And welcome to Unrolled episode 129, 8 or 30, we don't know.
I'll tell you.
We're going to get confirmation. My name is Mike. Across the way is Chuck. Sitting next to Chuck is our special guest, Justin. And next to me, with the backwards hat, as always, is Dr. Carr. As we were looking for
129.
129 is the episode. You were spot on, dude. Yeah, you're spot on. You can't tell when a tire's about to blow, but you can fucking know what episode we're on, so at least we know where your importance lies. I appreciate that. Justin is not a cigar smoker on the regular, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you crying about it?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right on. So we're going to give him something real sweet. Actually, nobody on the show has ever had one of these, including Drew, which, sorry, it's a little... Yeah, he's just making sure. If you talk at the mic... At the letters, it'll help out. So, what we're
At the letters.
Yeah, at the letters.
Alrighty.
Yeah, perfect. So this is the Nub Nuance. This is going to be about as much cigar talk as we're probably going to do on the whole cigar podcast.
Hold on, I'm pretending to know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Go ahead, DJ Magic Mike. All right. So the Nub Nuance is the you have three choices. You have a single roast, double roast, and a triple roast. The darker the roast, the more bitter it is.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah,
That's what they tell me.
that is exactly
What I've heard.
is exactly true. So you're going to get a lighter. It's got a little more fuel. Dope. Fucking more cigar podcast on the YouTubes. All right. So I want you to just draw in on this. Oh, you might have to grab this lighter right here because I'm not letting go of mine. Grab this lighter, Chuck, help him out a little bit. And then you're going to push that button, draw in, don't burn your hair.
Don't burn your face off.
Right. Draw. Try not to inhale. I know you can't hear me right now. No, nobody can hear me with the torch going. So try not to inhale. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. You just want to draw in.
Just inhale.
You just want
inhale the piss out of
you.
you. You'll be all right.
The
I
point,
used to smoke, man.
you used to smoke cigars?
I've smoked cigars because I didn't have cigarettes. At
Right.
times, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the point of the cigar is really 2 points. We're going to turn that off because it's going to be fucking drive me crazy. But the point of the cigar is draw in just about as long as you are. Let it roll over the taste buds. Almost blew a smoke ring. You missed that, Drew.
You did?
Yeah, you almost did.
Fancy.
It does taste good, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for somebody who doesn't smoke a lot, it's just something, and it's so big, it's not going to give you that cigarette fucking fever, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got pretty much like a fucking dog's dick, in your mouth. But it's just something that's supposed to taste real good. You could actually, yep, perfect. Yeah, hold the lighter back a little bit. Yeah, just...
If, what's his name? What's the dog's name?
Moxie.
If Moxie had his chain on, he'd have looked right at home behind them bars today. Just standing there.
Oh, yeah, man.
Out, seeing what was going on. If he'd had that chain on.
Why was she in her kennel?
Oh, I don't know. She was just in when we
Ain't
pulled
my
up.
business.
She was in when we pulled up, and then after that, she was being carried around. So
yeah,
That's a pretty cool dog, man.
Probably to keep her from running out.
Yeah.
yeah, no. So we closed the garage door so nothing inside got wet. I felt real awkward being here without you, just so you know. Like, I kept knocking on the door. I'm like, Sailor, go get your mom. Go tell your mom I need the fucking car keys, I'm like, I'm not going in the house, bro. It's just weird, So
I mean, mi casa, su casa.
I appreciate the sentiment, but that's just not my style, man. It's just fucking weird when, I don't know. I don't even go to my parents' house unless somebody's there, unless they tell me to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fuck, Jesus, I'm as bad as you over here.
I can't enter her house without knocking.
Huh?
I can't enter her house without knocking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to knock.
the same way.
I have to knock.
Yeah, dude. So it's like I go to Katie's. I stay at her house every night, but I still tap on the door as I'm going in.
Yep.
It's like one of those things where it's like it's just
Me and my
fucking.
neighbor, we're super tight, man, and fucking. Hey, we work together and shit a lot of times and everything, and I mean the dude's, I bonded him out of jail and shit like that. You know what I mean? Whenever he's fucking went to jail, But anyways, we're just super tight, and I still knock on his fucking door, and he still knocks on my door. You know what I mean?
I've known people for 40 years that won't walk in their house like that.
Yeah, no, you gotta knock, bro. It's just a thing, man. So my parents' house isn't the house that I grew up in, so it's already foreign. But it'd be probably different if I lived there like 10, 15 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I still go to the house they sold it to, and I just walk into that house, but I just raid the fridge and leave real quick, you know. So anyway,
What's
episode
special about Justin?
Yep, Justin, tell us.
Guest.
Special guest, Justin's an electrician. I
What do you wanna
heard
know
downstairs.
about- Yeah.
Justin does electrical work,
Yep.
and he also does roofing.
Yep. Roof,
So what kind of roofing? All the roofings?
pretty much everything. Man.
You fix holes in roofs?
We fix holes in roofs.
I got about 7 fucking buildings that have holes in roofs.
Yeah, we fix holes in the roofs. I mean, fucking tear them off. Everything. I went over and fixed his roof on his building.
That's an easy roof, though.
Yeah,
You fix the
yeah.
roof on the house.
I mean,
Dude, a storm.
we're
He's up on the roof after a storm, and I'm like, get the fuck down, crazy man. That's a fucking high ass roof.
I'm gonna be honest. I just got into roofing because I roofed whenever I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I went to prison for 10 years.
And you weren't smart enough not to go back to roofing?
Right. But either way, hey, there's a lot of money in roofing is why I got into roofing. And it's, you know what I mean? You're talking an average home, you're probably looking at, 10 to 12 grand, 15.
Right, about 14, 15 right now. Tear offs, extra wood, all that bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, you can easily make, $3 grand off of a fucking roof and put in your pocket.
So a friend of mine, actually,
quick.
if you ever want to move to Florida, a friend of mine runs a roofing company down there.
I thought about getting a Florida license for the hurricane because I got a buddy that owns a big-time tree service, and he's locked in down there.
Yeah.
And he makes money hand over fist.
Is his name Mike?
No, his name's Jason Key or
Josh Key. Yeah, tell him he owes us $500, by the way.
Does he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
We found his chainsaws one day when a bunch of shit got stolen.
Yep.
That motherfucker still owes me $500, so let Josh know he owes me $500.
Yeah.
And if he still got that badass motorcycle, a couple,
he does.
couple rips on those, I'll fucking be okay with the
So
money.
you know John, too, then?
John.
I'm not going to remember John's last name.
No.
John Klein.
Yeah, I went to high school with John Klein.
Yeah, you know
I
John.
went to O'Fallon,
So you knew my buddy Jeff
Jeff Wilson.
Cranford.
No, I don't know.
They all went to high school
So
together.
I got my freshman year I got expelled out of O'Fallon, and then I ended up going to prison. You know what I mean?
Did you finish your high school out in prison?
Yeah, I got a GED.
Yeah, no, for real. That's a real thing. Yeah.
I've done a 360 with my life.
Well, yeah. Dude, there's not somebody... Well, mine is true.
Well, look, dude, I spent 10 years in prison. I went into prison when I was 18 years old. I didn't get out until I was almost 30. You know what I mean? But I started going to prison back when I was 13 years old.
Oh, yeah.
To juvenile prison.
Right.
I just, just running around with the wrong crowd, and just fucking making stupid decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how that's how most of us get here, bro.
Yeah,
seriously.
absolutely.
Yeah, no, I've been in every fucking county jail here that there is, except for the one we sit in right now. So, knock on wood, I have not been locked up in my own county jail. But you get me out of town, for some reason I go to fucking jail. I don't know.
See, I just try to stay away from that shit anymore. Man.
Oh, no,
I try to bring as much positivity into my life as possible on a fucking daily basis, man.
Sure, yeah, you have to. I mean, if not, what's the point of living? You know.
Right. But I mean, a lot of people are just existing. You know what I mean? So,
dude, we
costs too much to fucking exist.
Well, it does, but
but you can always make more money. That's the thing. Like I was saying, like I didn't even grasp money like I do now whenever I worked a job, because I just live paycheck. I'm a pretty financial dude. Like I save my money and shit.
Right.
And I've always been on top of my shit. But like working for a company, and I've had some good ass jobs, man. I worked down at Alton Steel. I made over $100 grand sitting on my ass as an electrician.
Right.
You know what I mean? Might have to get out of the office maybe a couple times a day.
Oh, sure.
But what I'm saying is, like, I had some cush ass jobs, but I was just trying to make it to the next check.
Sure.
Whereas whenever I fucking took the leap to fucking leave my fucking job and security of like having that security, man, it completely changed my life, because it's like
So since
there's money out there, everybody's fucking. Hey, there is so much money out there to be made.
Sure.
Even if you don't have a niche, it's
So-
just all about creating one.
So let me ask you, when you were working at like Halton Steel, since you
Yeah.
threw that one out there and you made X amount of dollars,
Yeah.
did you say, okay, this is my net bring home, I'm going to spend all of that? So tell me your mind frame there. Do you you bring home for dumb numbers, easy numbers, you
Right.
bring home $2,000 a week, right?
Right.
Do you spend $1,500 a week on bills, like buying new boats and cars and bullshit like that?
I've done dumb shit like that.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
but like,
Yeah.
but the fucking knowledge that you learned
Yeah.
about fucking living paycheck to paycheck
Right.
actually helps you when you go into business for yourself,
Yeah.
because sometimes there is a famine moment
Right.
and then there's a feast moment. So then you're like, fuck, I can't, you got to catch up from the famine moment. Then you got to put shit away for the next time
Yeah.
you hit the lull, right?
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, I have a friend in Florida who's got his Florida license.
Yeah.
They do a mega fucking apartment buildings.
Right.
Like multiple
Yeah, I know
$1 million
somebody.
jobs. So if you ever feel like getting bored in the wintertime, which is their busy season, so I know they don't really fuck with
Right.
it too much. But I know fall going into winter before busy season is major roof days.
Yeah.
So my dude's got a fucking spare room and everything. So if you just want to go down and make help.
After this is the first time I ever met you. Maybe we'll be.
Yeah,
cool, you know what I mean?
Lewis is a
contact.
cool fucking dude. He's got a dog that's kind of an asshole, but he does, man. His name's Dukas, man, and that motherfucker makes me want to punch him in the mouth. He's just fucking wild, man. So, but he's into marketing, branding, so he markets fucking roofing companies, but
Yeah.
he also fucking has been a roofer almost his whole entire life, and he's close to 40.
Right.
So, actually, no, he's a couple years older than I am, so he's probably 47, 48.
Yeah.
So if you want to get down there with like a like-minded person that's there to turn over a good product, make some good money, and bounce out,
Right.
like even if hurricanes hit,
Yeah.
he's got a state license, Florida and Minnesota for
Yeah.
some reason. So
I'll tell you this. Look, I don't like to fucking roof all the time. You know what I mean? I'm 41 years old, and that shit fucking kills my fucking body. I just do it because there's good money in
Sure.
roofing. And like last year, that was the first year that I started my roofing deal.
Right.
We did 16 roofs last year. You
Nice.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that should have put me down for like 2 days. I normally, personally, on a daily basis, I do my electrical work, man.
Right.
And that business is skyrocketed. It's
Sure.
grown bigger than my roofing company.
Yeah.
And just off of Facebook. That's what
Sure.
I'm saying. Like just off of little Facebook shit.
Just
that
really,
started as
Chuck.
like a little side gig.
right, just off Facebook.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, just started.
How long
as
did it take?
Just started. I'm going on almost 3 years.
there you go.
You know what I mean? Hey,
So you gotta be
I
patient
joined
with it.
I'm a member of BNI, which is
right,
Business
yeah,
Networking
yeah.
International. Hey, dude, and it has fucking grown my business
Good.
even more.
I'm glad it's worked for you. I'm very much anti BNIs, but it's something for everybody. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
hey, look, like I
That's
said,
what I told him. Yeah.
positivity and like he got me into jujitsu and shit. You know what I mean? To me, like anytime that I'm around people, I'm putting myself out there, and ultimately meeting new people that I
Right.
can interact with.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people I wouldn't even associate with because I'm just the type of individual that I do the same thing every day.
Right.
The same people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oddly enough, I hate people.
So-
not hate. That's a strong
No,
word.
I don't
No,
either.
not hate. Let me retry. I don't like to do people things
Right.
a lot. But it's like
Hate
third.
people.
Yeah, but like last Thursday I was in Chesterfield.
Right.
It's not really my tax bracket, right?
Yeah.
But we still went. I still went. I still did an event there. Was it the biggest cash payout? No. But was it helping a guy who owns a shop? Yeah.
Right.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Do I even get paid that day? No. I just did the invoice just now. So, it's one of those
Gain
things.
relationships.
So, it solidifies relationships. We've had relationships with this guy for now quite a few years. Like when we launched the brand, him and his crew came over to a competing cigar shop, really,
Yeah.
and celebrated that launch. So just they're good folks, man. And it's just one of those things where, just like you said, what's funny is all the people you used to run with aren't even around.
Right.
It's the people that you meet go in the places that you want to go. Those are the
Right.
people that
Exactly.
start to actually become beyond friends.
Yeah, I mean, birds of a feather flock together. I don't think that's 100%, right on all aspects because, You know, I still got some people I associate with that you know ain't on the right course.
Oh, sure, bro.
But I don't hang out with them like I would back in the day. You know,
dude,
to me, I'm trying to enjoy being around positive people, and I
just talked to
be around fucking complainers and all that bullshit.
What's funny is we get a lot of PD to come through, and then I got you know, people I know that are running from those same dudes. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I got two.
They don't come through.
Yeah, I got two old buddies, man. That you know, they're trying to hit them up on murder right now. So you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't help one, I don't help the other. You know, I stay in my lane and mind my own small business.
Exactly,
you know, and you know, if the cat catches the mouse, that's the cat's job. You know, so you know, I just, you know, my interference. I got too much shit going on that's beautiful to get involved with anybody's stuff.
Exactly.
So, you know, but. That's the reason I was asking certain business questions is because Chuck's starting his own thing, and it has its little ups and its, you know, it seems like big downs, and it's little ups and it's big downs.
Let me know. Point them ups out.
So what I can say about
ups.
Justin is whenever he does an electric job, he does a very good job of, well, obviously his work's excellent, but he has on all of his posts the shit show of a fucking panel that was beforehand. And then just the immaculate panel afterwards.
Wait, so you've been into the jiu-jitsu place?
Have
you seen what's behind that cabinet door?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I know that we already talked to.
I was trying to turn a light on, or I don't remember. I was trying to turn something on, and I was looking around, and I opened that door and seen all that and went. Nope.
That's why that building, man. Hey, if the city was the fuck, you know.
Well, we don't even talk about the city. Hey, don't say four-letter words around here, bro. We don't say city around here. So
I opened that door and immediately just and shut it.
Bro.
And I've done some sketchy shit to make stuff work. That is beyond me,
dude. I think that's great, man. If you ever wanted to, you probably just throw a hot dog against that fucking copper, let it cook up right there.
Fresh glizzy.
Yeah, dude, a little fresh glizzy off the fucking box, man.
What kind of business did you start?
I'm doing power washing.
Yeah, so he's doing houses, driveway, stuff like that. But like, so just getting started.
Car.
Yeah, so detailing cars has been happening. Everything's full mobile. So today we took the trailer out and we did part of Drew's driveway. And it was kind of lessons. You know, we needed to learn some lessons, right? Like how much water is it going to take to do Drew's fucking football field of a fucking driveway.
Right.
So, you know, and then it was. I thought you were going to ad lib some.
Out of his deal, spray him out.
Oh, you got bats up there?
He did.
Done had him, man.
Done had them. Dude, I had bats when I lived up here, bro. My dog used to catch them in his mouth. Fucking freaky.
They are scary little fuckers.
I always wanted to catch one, man. When I was a kid, we used to put rocks in fucking socks and fucking.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Right? No,
David and Goliath over here.
Whenever I went over and fucking down to Missouri, man. Whenever I was younger, that's how they would try to catch bats, because the bats try to eat the fucking June bugs by the lights.
Right.
So they hear, you know, obviously hear because they're blind.
Right.
So motherfuckers would be throwing rocks up there, trying to get the bat to grab the sock, and then they get stuck in it, and then it brings them to the fucking ground.
No shit.
Yeah,
dude, that's dope.
Wild, dude.
Did you know you can get rabies from just touching a bat?
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You know how many bats I've touched?
You have to
can.
get their blood.
The only time
You can get it from. Not you will get it. You can get it from just touching.
and the prairie dogs have plague in fucking Wyoming too.
You can
You
get
can,
it.
hey, you can get AIDS from a toilet seat too.
Right.
If you sit down before the next man gets up. You know what
Hey, Justin brings the jokes. Fucking love it, dude. I never heard that one. That's nice.
It's a viral load. Right
Yeah. So I was asking some questions because you did make the leap, you know, and you know that you gotta, you know, save whenever you're fucking up and get ready for the downtime, because, you know, it's I've been going in a steady, like, my ship was like legit sinking for some years, and it's I finally got a bucket big enough to bail out some water, you know, so that's what I'm currently doing, and getting that bucket, you know, and getting that water out of the boat, you know, it affords me to be able to, like, do what I did today, you know, like, you know, help out whenever there's something that needs to be helped out with, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's one of those things where, you know, it's like, so what if it sets me back 6 months? You know, who gives a fuck? I mean, I'm still bailing water out every fucking day, you know? Yeah. So, but yeah, so I wanted to do that because I spent the day with Chuck. Somehow we went 5 for 5, I think, passing police officers, not getting pulled over with the truck with no plates.
Got insurance though.
And
no plates and no exhaust.
No, yeah, and then the exhaust blew
Big
up.
setup, or just you just got a regular power washer? Or
No, it's
fucking tank. And
dude.
all that shit?
I've got 600 gallons. I've got a commercial power washer. I got 600 gallons on the trailer. I've got a pump sprayer, which I need to extend the hose on, but that's fine. That's just little shit.
Yeah.
So you got business out now then, or what?
Well, no. Drew's was our first one because we just wanted
so
to
you guys are you trying to do it together?
I mean, I'm doing.
He caught me on a day off. He caught me on a day off.
You're against BNI, but they need a power washer in BNI, and I'm
which
I'm
one are
you personally?
What's BNI?
It's business networking.
Yeah, it costs. Look, I've only been in it for 2 months.
You have talked.
I was already kind of reaping benefits from it before because my buddy has been in it for 5 years. He's a drywall guy out of the Edwardsville. I'm out of the Edwardsville. Man, I've been making money hand over fist out of there through referrals because they feed me work all the time. I'm just saying that to me it's extremely beneficial, and I met some great people in there. You pay to be a part of it. It costs $900 for the whole fucking year. You know what I mean? I've already made that back fucking probably quadruple fold. You know what I mean? But you pay $50 because we rent Edison's every Thursday. You got to be at a meeting in the morning from 7:45 till like 9. It's positive shit, man. You learn how to fucking build your business. They got fucking great positive. We only got 21 members since October last year, in just referrals. You know what I mean? This is money given out between 21 people, including me. We've done almost $3 million in business. Belleville chapter, they got 60 people up there. You know how much they made last year out of referrals? 21 million.
Jesus.
So that's roughly 500 grand a person, even though that they're probably not. You know what I mean? Because there's different skills. Like we got.
There's like one of each person there, right?
Yeah, but it could be like some bullshit. Like we got a tech chick, really cool. But I'm just saying, how much money does she really make? You know what I mean? Like $200 here.
Oh, you'd be surprised, bro.
I'm just saying. Then we got real estate people, and we got one of the top. We got George Sykes, man, and he's one of the top real estate agents in Madison County. And the dude has been rich since 1995. He wrote some fucking IT shit when he was in Silicon Valley for the fucking military, and then him and his wife created the clear backpacks. The clear backpacks they created. So this dude is very wealthy, and he's our real estate agent, you know what I mean, out of our fucking group. But he does like cool ass shit, man. He'll take all the businesses that are there, and he just did this because he's got books out, and he'll spend thousands and thousands on different marketing techniques to see what works good, and he just made fucking like a brochure with everybody's business, dude, for free, with their phone numbers and everything, and spent like $5,000 and handed it out with all the fucking houses and just sent them out, like I guess where they send them in the mail.
Yeah.
Which is cool, you know what I mean?
Well, it's probably part of the welcome package when they come in. Like, hey, if you find yourself needing XYZ, here's your electrician, here's your your pressure washer, stuff like that.
I'm just saying in general, he didn't have to
I get that.
anybody's business.
Sure.
But he did, and
right.
it was cool out of his own pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying there's some people that I've met in there that know some good shit, you know what I mean, and been pretty wealthy. I mean, you got to think the clear backpack, you got to have them at concerts everywhere now, you know what I mean. Him and his wife created this. They got the patent on that shit, which is fucking crazy as fuck.
Yeah. Super cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
He's just a really cool guy. I'm just saying every Thursday, man, they meet, and it might be beneficial to you because hey, they need a power washer in the fucking group. You're free to come up there with me anytime, man. I'll give you my phone number. You can come up there and check it out on a Thursday. It might not work for him, but it might not work for you. But I'm just
I'm not service based. I'm retail based.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
And then my customers are typically 5% or 3% of the population, depending on what study you look at. And and in Madison County, I'm your only lounge.
Okay.
The only one.
Really?
Yeah. So
nice.
So if you just type in, but we don't get business really from too close by. All our business comes from over an hour away.
There's one up in Belleville. You know that?
Yeah, Jazz Inn.
Yeah.
And you can get cigars at the car wash at Barney's too.
Okay.
So Barney helped me out whenever I first got started back in like 2004.
Uh-huh.
So he gave me a humidor whenever he built his walk-in. So, no, I've been in the industry a long time. I've kissed every manufacturer on the cheek, I love this industry. I really do. Took 300 sets of hands to get that fucking thing from seed to fucking your hands right there.
I can only imagine, dude.
So all hand rolled. You know what I'm saying?
That
So-
motherfucker had me high as fuck there for a second.
Did you?
I was
You should-
fucking
you should-
fucking
you should- you
racing,
should-
so I had to set it down. Hey, because I don't fucking do no tobacco products.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So that shit could have me fucking going.
Yeah, so it's gonna. I mean, you know, you don't want to inhale,
I
obviously.
remember, hey, look, when I was a kid, I used to get busted smoking, you know what I mean?
Right.
And my dad, he ultimately quit in hopes that I would quit, you know what I mean? And anyhow, I remember the first time I got busted, my grandpa he had emphysema. He was dying of emphysema for years, and on an oxygen tank and shit, and he would chew the fucking, the plug, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Looked
Yeah.
like a brownie.
Yeah.
And hey, dude, him and my grandmother never got married. They were together, you know, for 40 plus years.
Right.
This man, he would have all these fucking cups of spit, and she would have to dump them out because he wouldn't want to get rid of the cups. I mean, he'd have shit tons of them, you know, for days. And we lived in a trailer, you know what I mean? He was sitting in the front window watching fucking Bonanza all day and
Right.
shit. And he could barely fucking hear, so it'd be loud as fuck, you know. And he'd be like, "Ah!" But anyhow, so what I was getting at was I got busted smoking, so I had to fucking eat the plug, you know what I mean? And
Oh.
hey, put a big old and I fucking it made me puke.
I'm
like
sure it
crazy.
did, man.
Oh, man.
Dude, I did some peach
God,
skull.
it's so
I think,
gross.
like when I was in high school, I did some peach skull, man, and then I threw up. I had to like leave the mall and then go behind some bushes where nobody saw me, so I could puke real quick, you know, because I didn't know you weren't supposed to fucking
Yeah.
swallow that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So when I did the BNI, it was the Alton group, and
Yeah, so the Alton group, from what I hear, and they didn't make it to like I went to the gala, which is like the big BNI thing. That you know what I mean. Ultimately, there's over fucking I think 1,000 some people there. You know what I mean. So you got an opportunity to introduce yourself to multiple business owners, but they said that Alton, they don't really participate. They just go up to fucking what is it, the Paisal martial arts, and that's it. So they don't get involved in a lot of the fucking
it was at the old Holiday Inn when I tried it. It was my first open,
Yeah.
and everybody said it was great, and it could have been just the people there.
Yeah.
But maybe they were against chiropractors. Maybe they didn't like me.
Our group,
I never got referrals.
Our group,
We are kind of funny. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Right. You are funny.
People, they have people that come around every week from other groups. I forgot what the fuck they're called. But basically, they just see how your group is, because there's certain things you got to do on a weekly basis. Like you got to try to give out a referral, whether it's on Facebook. I tag your business. I can call that a referral. You know what I mean? But basically, look, referral. The referral is the biggest thing to grow your business. It's not advertising, you know what I mean? It's the amount of people you know and the amount of people they know, you know what I mean? And word of mouth, like a referral. That's how a business is built, you know what I mean? More efficiently than advertisement, basically, and that's what that puts you in. But what I was getting at was these people, they come around and they see we enjoy this group. So like everybody that's visited our group says it's like the best group that they've been a part of, and I believe that, because all these people that are in our group, there's only 21, like I said, you know what I mean? They're just fucking great people and positive people, and we got a little fucking almost like a messenger, but it's a different app, and we just help each other out and shit.
That's what you need, Chuck. You need that.
I mean, I think it'd be beneficial to you, man.
I gotta find $350 for exhaust by next week. So I don't know about
You can at least come check it out. Like I was saying,
Right,
before
I
I
agree
even
with
joined,
that. I agree
before
with
I
that.
even joined, my buddy, like I said, he's been there for 5 years. This is the Edwardsville group, and he's got a drywall company. He's younger than me, man. He kept on telling me, he's like, man, you need to quit your job, dude, and work for yourself, man. Hey, he's got his company's been around for almost 11 years. It's called Kingdom Drywall. He's in his 30s. You know what I mean? Like 32 years old. Way more established than me and a lot of people that I know. So I was always too scared to take the jump, and what really made me take the jump was my old man got COVID, you know what I mean? And so whenever I got out of prison, I'm gonna get into a long little story and explain it to you what it anyhow. So when I got out of prison, man, I met a dude in prison that told me about this union. I got out, I got into the union. My dad had been working at this place called Custom Marble in Millstock pretty much for like almost 30 years. You know what I mean? Probably never made. He might have made $800 on, you know, right. 70, 80 hours a week type of deal. You know what I mean? But he took care of me and my two sisters. We were his stepkids. You know what I mean? He raised us. You know, because my mom went off on some fucked up shit, and my real dad died, and we just never had anybody, and we ended up going into DCFS, and my stepdad had no fucking kids. He was 33 years old, and he came and got all three of us out and basically raised us, you know what I mean? And I drove my family through the ringer because I got into drugs. I was stealing people's shit, you know what I mean? Like I told you, I went to prison for 10 years, you know, just fucking completely fucking up, you know? My family, they would come and see me. I was in St. Clair County for a year. I've been in Madison County for 6 months. I've been all over these fucking facilities and rehabs and shit. I drove these people through the ringer. They drove all the way up to Chicago to visit me whenever I was in juvenile prison and everything. And so when I got out and I was making more money than my dad, you know, it made me feel really bad because I had digested myself to the point where, like, the first few years that I went to prison, I was just always trying to fit in, you know what I mean? That's how I spent my whole life, was trying to fit in, you know? And whenever I got to prison, to adult prison, you know, I kind of already had some of that because I had already been doing the jail thing. But at the same time, it's you know, you got to find yourself. Basically, there are people that get in there and keep on coming out, but if you don't sit down and digest your own fucking self and fucking take accountability. This is like the biggest thing to me, and this is why I hate hearing people fucking complain, is because self-accountability is probably the biggest fucking word, the biggest thing in this country right now, and has been, because a lot of people don't do that. And on a daily basis, I have to wake up and check my fucking self and let me know, like, hey, look, whenever I do fucked up shit, I need to know that I do fucked up shit. You know what I mean? I need people around me that tell me, like, hey, you did some fucked up shit.
Need to be aware of it.
My dad, I was making more than my dad. So I felt bad and shit, you know, this and that. And my dad lost his job. And this was during COVID. And I was out at the steel mill. And he lived all the way in Marissa. And my dad was only 56 years old. And he was type 2 diabetic, overweight, you know what I mean, had comorbidities. Me and him was the only people in our family that didn't get vaccinated. My grandma was a retired nurse. My sisters work, and, you know, it turned into a big-ass debacle because my dad ultimately died, you know what I mean? And he got pneumonia while he was on the vent. He asked to go on the vent, and he died. But so I had got him a job at Alton Steel, and he was making more than he had ever made in his life, you know what I mean? And it made me feel so good, you know? And he was getting his money together, you know what I mean? Like, he bought a truck, man, a fucking $10,000 truck. He had been driving on a fucking S10 that had well over 300,000 miles on it that he bought for $300 for almost 10 years. He rebuilt the heads and everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so whenever I seen him, the last time I seen him was, you know, outside the hospital, was at Alton Steel in the parking lot early in the morning when I was coming to work. He wanted to show me this truck, you know what I mean? And it made me feel so fucking great, you know? And then probably like 3 days later, he ended up, you know, going to the fucking hospital. Then he was in Belleville Memorial and shit, and then ended up dying after like almost 2 weeks. Ultimately, I almost, you know, completely stopped talking to my family because I tried to get my dad to check himself out, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, look, I could hear the fear in his voice as I'm talking to him, so I know it made me fucking scared, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna let you fucking die, you know what I mean? I'll get oxygen tanks, we're gonna get you the fuck out of there. His wife, she was vaccinated. The cardiologist and his wife stopped him, and then my family started attacking me because I got a ivermectin, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I tried to get into the hospital, and it was probably already too late. But I know ivermectin works, you know what I mean? Because I used it, and I know multiple other people out of my family that was using the shit, you know what I mean? And I know motherfuckers that were drinking the shit, but I ordered it from India because almost like 85% of the pharmaceuticals come from that area anyways, and you can bypass a lot of the fucking pharmaceutical shit, you know. Anyhow, so he dies. You know how much money he had, man? He worked for fucking over 30 years. He had $240,000 in a 401k, you know what I mean? And man, that shit hit home.
Right.
You know what I mean? For one, I was already fucking been out of shape and still am to this day. That, you know, it was a political act that killed my dad. You know what I mean? There's a lot of resentment that I deal with on a daily basis over that shit because, like I said, I try to digest myself and I want to be fucking a great person and I don't want to carry no fucking luggage. But there's things that, you know, that we all walk around with that, you know, ultimately will eat you up and you don't talk to nobody about. You know what I mean? And anyhow, man. But my one buddy was like, man, you need to quit your job. Man, about a fucking week later, I quit that job. You know what I mean? Scariest thing ever because I had been working for a paycheck, you know, forever. I had that security. You know, now I put myself into a position. But mind you, I'm the only person in my family, and I spent all them years in prison, and I'm not trying to have a big head. I'm the only person in my family that has ever owned a house. I fucking bought my truck, you know what I mean? And I bought that fucking truck on, not this truck, but my other truck, on 29.7% interest. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I didn't know about credit. I didn't really give a shit. I just figured, hey, look, you got money. Here's money for the cost of, you know, that's the way that I looked at money, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it took me, I used to be in the union. Like I said, I'd travel around. I removed asbestos for almost probably 11 years. I've been in power plants all over here. I was at the oil refinery for almost 5 years. I was at Granite Steel, all over, lead paint and asbestos. And
local one?
No, local 207, but they're combined with local one. But anyhow, so I would get laid off all the time. And whenever I first got out of prison, I had lost all my 20s and shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I had created myself into a different person to where I was still trying to do good. And I tried to stay sober. I was sober for like almost 8 months after I got out of prison. And I just got bored being in hotels and everybody else is drinking. So then I started drinking. So the next thing I know, man, I'm fucking staying over in Indiana where at this power plant. I'm fucking living at Chick's house and all kinds of shit and just, you know, having a good old time. But I fucking would get laid off because we'd go and work a bunch of hours, 7/12s for 3 months, make a whole bunch of money, then be laid off. And I just would live paycheck to paycheck. I was buying fucking dirt bikes and fucking shit that I bought a system. The first vehicle I ever owned was a 1983 Ford Ranger I bought over in Indiana for $1,100. I never got to experience the system deal. It was like coming up. Everybody had a system whenever I was, before I went to prison. I just thought, like, man, I always wanted to do that, you know?
I still do.
So, fuck, man, I spent like fucking $1,900. I had this motherfucker dead.
On the $1,100, man. Yeah, $1,100 truck, $1,900 system, bro.
Hey, I'm listening to fucking Hank Williams III and shit, you know, and fucking picking because I always loved picking.
Right.
But, no, so, man, that changed my life, man. And I quit my job, and man, I tell you, dude, it's just been a fucking complete blessing. I'm not religious by any means or anything like that, so I don't say that, but everything that I've done, you know, because I'm my biggest critic, you know what I mean, just like everybody in here, you know what I mean. We probably don't put ourselves to the right, you know, give yourself enough credit for a lot of shit, you know what I mean, especially as men, you know.
Right.
But you know, it's one of them things where, like, you know, I try to do the best that I can on everything that I fucking do. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people say that shit, and, you know, like, a lot of the shit has to do with my discipline, you know what I mean? Like, I fucking try to do the same shit every fucking day, eat the same shit every day, take a shit at the same time every day. You might call it institutionalized, but it works for me.
Right,
you know what I mean? And a lot of people are like, I don't know how you can do that. I'm just like, anything that you're trying to change, you could either sit there and fucking complain about it and waste all your fucking energy, or you could just get to fucking moving. You know what I mean? A lot of people just stay stuck on depression and fucking the pity pot and shit, and it's like, look, I don't want to hear the shit. Like fucking, you know, do something about what you got going on, man. And
hey, when you were doing abatement, were you working for Blanton?
Who?
Jeff Blanton.
I don't know who that is.
He,
Not off the top of my head.
He owned a big abatement company
Well,
out
I'm
of
sure.
Local
I
1.
don't know what it was.
Yeah.
If you know what it is, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I mean,
I smoke cigars and used to play poker with him. So yeah, he's short dude, looks kind of like Iron Man. Yeah. So
Tony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark. He looked kind of like Tony Stark back 10 years ago. Whenever I used to fucking hang out with him.
No,
so
I don't know.
There's a lot. There's a lot of partying back then in the Local 1. So
I mean that's
well, Local 1 was Insulators, and you guys were abatement. You were a different union,
exactly.
but
it's still they're still combined out of the same deal.
Absolutely.
And Local 1 is very tight knit. That's why they only got about 350 people there, and they're Irish.
Mob,
they really
you could
are.
say
They do carry that tradition.
Yeah, I know. They're mobs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
nah, they are mobs. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, so
and see, and that's another reason why, like, I've had a chance to go union with my company, but I personally believe that unions have outstayed their welcome in my life due to the fact that it's a modern day fucking extortion. You know what I mean?
No, it is.
I was doing a fucking job up in Edwardsville, a commercial job, and I had a fucking guy come over. I see him outside looking at my truck, and I walk outside, and he's like, "Oh, I've never seen that." Well, he's a union company. First thing he asked me, "Are you union or are you non-union?"
Sure.
I'm like, "I'm non-union." I say, "You gonna blow the rat up?" You know, just trying to be a smart ass.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You don't want me to do that?" Well, then it pissed me off.
Right.
So then, I'm a dig up myself in a hole because that's the type of person I am. I won't just stop. Like I'll keep on going.
Hey, meet Chuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Chuck will beat a horse until it's like all the way down to fucking hamburger meat, bro.
Exactly. See, I just don't try to go to jail nowadays.
Right.
You know, unless I have to.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
I mean, sometimes you got to.
Right.
But at the same time, it still has to be a good reason.
Yeah.
You
There's
know what I mean?
no cash
Like
bail
you
in
said,
Illinois.
Why would you want to fucking miss out on what you got going on now? You know what I mean? You know, it's.
Sometimes though, man. Sometimes
I
sat 48 hours over a dog, but I'm gonna tell
It's
you
a
that
principle sometimes.
That neighbor has been the nicest she's ever been to me in the last.
Well, you got held
7 years.
You got held off in cuffs with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Fuck you, lady.
This cop paraded me around. He made a show of it for her.
Yeah.
He was trying to get him
me
some.
off.
Oh yeah.
And so he was parading me around the car. So you're gonna parade me around the car? We got a show going on, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's have a show going on.
Yeah.
Head up, smile on my face, as she watched me get put in the back of a cop car with head up, smile on my face. Funniest thing about it was he comes to me. He's got me in the car. He puts my seatbelt on, right? And I've been here lots of times.
Yeah.
Puts my seatbelt on, and he slams the door in my face, and he goes back to hollering at my. He was just a pissed off dude.
Yeah.
And he goes back to hollering at my wife and everybody else.
Right.
And he comes over to me and he goes, "Well, you ready? You ready to tell me? You ready to get out?" And I looked at him and go, "Bud, you put my seatbelt on. I ain't getting out till we get there." I know the deal. You wouldn't have put my seatbelt on unless we was going.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's go.
Yeah.
So we went, and he was listening to Prince on the way up there, and I like Prince.
Yeah.
He was listening to Prince on the way up there, and I was humming along, and I pissed him off more and more on the way up there because I didn't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to have a good time when I got there. I knew that already, but fuck, we're already going.
Yeah.
Oh, 7, and we'll watch them fall.
Right. But that neighbor has been so nice to me the last 7 years. No more problems. Dog gets out, she calls me, tells me, "Hey, dog's out."
Yeah.
No more issues, no more nothing.
So it sounds like you two have similar personalities because you done been through the shit, you know, and so you know what the outcome is, and you also know that, you also know if you do take a ride in a car, doesn't mean your life's over. Just means you come back the next fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's one of the things, like, nowadays, like, especially, you know, after, like, so I ended up going back. I got out, and then I was on parole, and then I ended up catching a parole violation. That's how I killed off my parole time and got, you know, obviously I didn't have to, because in the state of Illinois, the longest they can give you is 3 years on parole. And, you know what I mean? If you violate your parole, they just cut it in half. So all you got to do is half of it, and then you're off the papers. You're out of the system. Clear. So really, it's more enticing to honestly
violate
as dumb
parole.
As it fucking sounds.
Right.
No, I didn't. That's not what I was.
Right.
Because I had just did all them years. I was trying to stay the fuck out.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was dating this girl, and we were drinking, and I was fucking driving her car drunk.
Right.
Collinsville cop was behind me.
Right.
And she started trying to grab the wheel and try to get me pulled over. I popped her in the eye. You know what I mean? Swelled her eye shut. You know, hey, really, unintentional, but whenever she smacked me fucking twice, then I was just
reactions
boom,
are reactions.
I don't believe in beating the fuck out of girls, but let me tell you something. You put your fucking hands on me, you know what I mean?
It's game on.
I'm gonna try to remove myself from the equation.
Right, but when you're in a
know
car,
what I mean?
you can't.
But if you keep on aggressing me, I'm gonna fucking get aggressive. You know what I mean? Anyhow, I didn't get arrested at that point. The next day, she had to be at work, and she couldn't go to work because her eye was black. Well, they ended up violating me. But what I was getting at was, whenever I got out, since I've been out, you know what I mean? I've had run-ins with the cops just over a fucking over a parking. I turned without a turn signal or some shit up in Fairview.
Right.
And it was one of the cops, like what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Hey, when they start fucking trying to make a mockery of me or try to be a smartass, I still have that in me to where, like I said, I will dig myself in a fucking hole.
Hard to get away from it.
They also know that, like, look, you're not going to give me any more time than I've already done unless I was to kill somebody or some shit.
Right,
and then not on top of that, a lot of people, the only reason they go to jail is because they tell on themselves. Right. You know what I mean? I learned that at a young age. They don't if they had evidence, you'd already be in jail. You know what I mean?
All day.
And the motherfuckers can tell on you and everything, but they have to prove that shit in court. And a lot of people just tell on themselves.
Right. You probably learned, like I did a long time ago, that the best way to interact with a cop, even a cop like that. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. Just play their whole power is that ticket right there. That's their power.
I like, to me, like, the principle and the respect level of fucking human beings. Yep. I don't care who you are.
Right.
Hey, look, I will respect you. You respect me. I don't have no problem. I'm not gonna put my hands on the police unless they was to fucking really try to punch me or some shit. Right. Then I will punch them, and I'm not trying to do that.
God bless Chapel.
Going with the yes sir, no sir, and all that shit.
Sorry.
But I also won't. I'll fucking keep on digging myself in a hole because it just pisses me off. You know what I mean?
But I learned a long time ago.
All you're doing is matching energy.
Time ago. All the power.
It's pride shit.
All the power is that judge. Yeah, at the end of it, all he's got is a ticket book. That's all he can do to you is write you tickets, unless you want to be a cocksucker. Yeah. And I learned a long time ago too that calling a cop a cocksucker ain't never got me out of the back of a car.
Neither does give me somebody I know. That didn't work.
But this cop, see my ID.
This cop, he got out of the car screaming, yelling at me. And so there was. I had no time. For my brain to go, yes sir, no sir. It was instantly, fuck you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Instantly, because he was screaming and yelling right off the jump. I didn't stand a chance, no matter how nice to him.
No, it's the same thing. If any other individual comes at you in that kind of form or fashion, you're going to fucking respond the same way back, right?
He got his comeuppance, and I was part of it. Whether he believes it or not, I was part of it.
Now he's hiding. Yeah. Now he's hiding.
So, Justin, should I be less aggressive on the jiu-jitsu mats?
No.
I don't want to.
This fucking guy, him and his fucking legs.
What?
You know what I mean?
Are his legs strong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they?
Hey, that's why I enjoy going to that shit, man. Because for one, hardly any motherfucker knows how to fight.
Right.
People say that they do. They probably get into a fucking street fight, might last a minute, and it's a bunch of wild ass punches. So like, it's another positive activity to fucking put into your life. What better way to enjoy some of your time than learning something that you could ultimately protect your family with and protect yourself? You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
Of eating fucking Doritos and Cheetos and
shit. I like them. I like them Aldi versions though, man. They got more flavoring.
Yeah, I mean,
it's humbling too. That's another reason.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
Fuck, I get humbled every day when I look at this bank account.
You know what I mean? It's so great.
I've tried to get Mike to come for a while. He even got a gi.
I got a gi, bro.
Man, there's a guy that's fucking what's that one guy, the
Tim.
real old guy.
Tim, all right? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, man. He's showing up more than I am. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's it's the gi's actually even packed right now because it's on the bucket list to start fucking going. But it's just got to have that time.
You just need once.
You just got to go.
I know.
Just once.
Well, that's not true, though, because some people show up and then they're like,
fuck you.
Hey, I fucked my fucking shoulder, like, hey,
dude, so that was my main thing. I fucked something up my shoulder. It's all better now.
That's what I like about going down there, though, because, like, my cousin's been trying to get me to come down to Mount Vernon, down at Heath's place. And they're like, you got to tap, whenever you're rolling with their white belts, because they try to execute shit out, whereas down there we kind of everybody's got a job, nobody's trying to get hurt,
right.
What I mean, we don't do like a lot of stuff from stand up, which I enjoy. I feel more comfortable on my feet, what I mean, starting out. But
yeah, I definitely,
great,
dude. You don't.
That shit's great.
We get after it if we.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I'm not trying to fucking herniate a fucking disc.
The good thing about rolling with Drew though is if he hurts you, he's gonna feel bad. He's gonna fix you. Afterwards.
He'll just touch you like this, and you get fixed.
You'll feel bad.
He's
gonna feel bad. He'll fix you afterwards.
Dude, I was always wondering like where Mr. Miyagi's spirit went after he fucking passed. He's Drew. He's like, oh, and you're like, fix, bro, just like that. So.
Shit. No, I go down there. That's how I met him. Was going down there.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Very cool. I love the story, man. I'm going to tell you, I haven't been this interested in a guest in quite a hot minute, so it's definitely cool to hear some stuff there. Man. So, are you doing mostly residential or commercial?
Commercial. I just did one up in Scuda. I'm still finishing up the Firefly Cafe in Edwardsville. Basically, the people that own Joe's Pizza, Corey and Kayla. They own all the Joe's Pizzas, and that dude's buying up all these restaurants. He just bought Jerseyville.
I just ate there.
One up there. They're a younger couple, but they buy all these fucking restaurants.
Let me tell you something. They got good pasta down there.
Man, I like the Chicago
son
pizza.
of a bitch, I don't need that much fucking sauce.
Yeah. I tell you what, man. Sometimes I get mad when there's not enough sauce. You like if you like Chicago style, since you live in the area, up in Godfrey, there's a place called Max Pizza and Poker. Their fucking deep dishes.
Yeah.
It's a very nice.
It's nice.
It's a very nice. No, you gotta get a hearty marinara on it. It's good shit. You got somewhere to go?
No, I'm just getting fucking.
Oh.
He's got somewhere to go. He's a busy guy.
I know he is.
Busy. Drew, what do you got for conspiracies today? We've heard enough of all this local shit.
Conspiracies today. I wouldn't be able to explain the recent podcast, but you'd have to listen to it. The latest
Terrence Howard.
Shit. Sorry.
What is it?
Sorry.
What is it?
Just go ahead. Finish. I'll wait.
Terrence Howard's on there, the actor.
Terrence Howard.
Black
dude. Yeah, Crash.
And this
last one I know of him in is Crash. He played the black actor in Crash.
He was in Avengers too, like one of the first ones. He was War Machine before the Don Cheadle guy took over for him because he got in trouble for like some abuse shit. Anyways, long story short, it's like 3 hours and 40 minutes long, and he's like reinventing the whole universe on the motherfucker with science and math and shit.
Conspiracy though.
No, it is. Like, I mean, it's not. It's if you listen to it,
he's ruffling some feathers.
Yes. The periodic table, dude. I want to see him debate these people because he's solved like some equation that has been unsolvable for years, and it has to do with the periodic table, and it has to do with where human beings came from, and this whole form of God, where the Catholic Church, the cross comes from straight lines. There's never been straight lines in nature.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's proven but the Catholic Church burned a lot of records.
Oh yeah,
that had to do like so. Dude, it's crazy.
They've got our entire history.
They show that
gravity. Under that Vatican.
That gravity isn't anything like.
It's a byproduct of electricity.
It's fucking wild, man.
Oh yeah, but everything's energy though. Everything's energy. Everything. These bricks are energy. They're just massive energy. Everything's energy.
Yeah, I mean,
but if you're gonna leave the conspiracies up to me, let's talk about how BlackRock and Vanguard own fucking everything.
That's not a conspiracy. It's true.
Everything, dude.
Facts for facts.
I looked up the 3 top insurance companies: BlackRock, Vanguard.
Yeah.
I looked up 4 different power companies across the country: BlackRock and Vanguard.
Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, is the most powerful man in the world.
BlackRock and Vanguard. We already know they own the media.
Vanguard stocks.
We already know they own the media. We already know they own all that insurance companies, every fucking thing.
How about Nancy Pelosi making fucking $90 million this month already on trading?
Oh yeah, isn't that weird?
But dude, she's been killing the trade floor for a long time, bro.
It's
like she has insider information.
No, she's got instincts.
Now her net worth is over $600 million.
No, because she's a bomb ass trader, bro. Don't be jealous. You're jelly of her trading.
Don't be hating.
Yeah, bro.
Don't be hating.
I'm down. I'm up 7%. Fucking.
She sits around all day getting wasted as fuck.
Right.
Eating ice cream.
She's a fucking
I'm surprised she
vampire.
ain't dead.
They're all fucking vampires.
Yeah, they've all been dead.
They're all vampires.
Man.
That's why I have those night sessions, bro.
Right.
So, are aliens from another place? Are they interdimensional travelers?
I mean, that's basically, he's saying they're interdimensional.
I mean both. So
I mean, hey, that's
why
why
wouldn't it be
that's
both?
why,
Gotta leave some
like,
here.
To me, the best. I mean, I'm agnostic, so I believe that there is something, but I can't tell you what it is. I don't know if it's a Jesus Christ or Muhammad or whatever the fuck it is.
I'm agnostic too.
But I know that there's an energy, and I know that whenever I'm talking to someone and it's a genuine conversation, I can feel that shit. I know whenever somebody's bullshitting me. But the Great Samaritan text is what they were kind of talking about, and they were talking because that's where that flower comes from.
Oh, that was on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
the
flower.
Sumerian, you mean?
Yeah,
Sumerian text.
Yeah,
Sumerian
the
text.
Anunnaki.
So,
Anunnaki was
the Nephilim.
seven gods, basically seven, superhuman people that all these different cultures,
But there's a caveat to that stuff because I studied that stuff for a long, long time. There's a caveat to that stuff.
It's about gold.
Stitchin was a con man. Now, whether he was being a con man when he wrote all those books,
right.
he was a con man before he wrote those books.
Yes, but hey, it far exceeds just him, though.
There's evidence that it was there. I mean,
yes.
it's across across cultures when it shouldn't have been across cultures. It's across cultures,
Right.
but the biggest resource of that is Stitchin's work.
Well,
and
he tried to put together some stuff. Yes.
Right,
but there's also like
I'm not going to say Stitchin
why he
was
was talking
being a
about-
con man when he wrote that
Right.
stuff. Maybe that's just what he,
Right.
maybe that's what he was in. Maybe that was his passion,
Yeah.
and the con man was just to make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that was his passion. That's possible, but you still got to take it into consideration
Right.
that he was a
Yes.
con man before before this,
Right.
during this. And he put
It's
and
kinda
the
like
biggest source of information
the Church of
comes from him.
Scientology.
Well,
you know what I mean?
right,
Kind of like that,
right.
But hey, look at all these powerful people that are a part of these
But
organizations.
the Church of
like that.
Scientology, listen, as much as what they believe is half-crock garbage, or is it? I mean,
Yeah,
who
that's what I'm
knows?
saying.
Who
Who
knows?
knows? Exactly.
But when they do those sessions, those sessions, what do they call them? I forget what they call
Clearing.
them. When they do those clearings, there's something in that because they're speaking. If you believe that you can speak something into existence,
Right.
that's what they're doing.
Right.
They're feeding off each other's energy,
Yeah.
raising each other's vibrations, and speaking stuff into existence.
absolutely.
So there's still something to what they're doing.
It's like the book The Secret.
right,
You
right.
know what I mean? It was one of the books that got sent to me, and I read that thing. But it's the same deal. If you're doing the right shit, you're going to get what you're ultimately going for. That's why I don't believe in excuses. That's why I live my life like I live my life.
I spent 90 days in county. I never made it. I never made it to big boy prison. But I spent 90 days in county, and the only thing to read in a county jail, the only thing to read is the newspaper.
Joyce Myers.
Right, the newspaper,
Copeland.
shit in fucking in
The
Madison,
Bible.
In Madison, that you got newspapers and the Bible, and that's all you got.
Yeah.
You could read the Bible.
Yeah, I know.
you could read
That's what I'm
newspaper.
saying. So
I read the Bible, and when I went in, I considered myself a Christian. I read the Bible, and I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Think about how powerful that organization is.
Oh,
the church.
shit.
The church.
Shit.
Think about how. But look, the first thing you get, is a fucking Bible. I don't care what jail you go to, they got a Bible for you or a Quran.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, you know who made all the clothes in Illinois? Bob Barker. All that shit that you wear up there, that's Bob Barker. The fucking flip flops.
The stripes
Bob Barker
and shit?
owned. Yes, Bob Barker owned all that shit.
Man.
The
Price is
fucking
Right.
Bruce Lee.
I was wearing
Bruce
Bob
Leroy's.
Barker's fit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
Come on down. You're
That's
the
neat. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, man. But
But,
powerful organization, dude.
Oh yeah, I believe I've held it. My own conspiracies.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church is involved in the entire Middle East and the entire because where's all the cradle of civilization, all that
Right.
shit? Where you know where they found Saddam? They found him in an old Sumerian hole in an old Sumerian in an old
Bunker,
cave.
yeah.
An old Sumerian cave.
Yeah.
That's where they found him. And I've always said that the Catholic Church is there. We're not there for. They just let us believe we're there for oil. And
Right.
sure, some of it is the money, and we're there for oil.
I mean,
but we're there because we're there destroying shit.
They know that
hauling shit off.
They
and
know that
destroying
over
shit.
2,000 Nazis escaped Germany after World War II, and majority of it was through the
Escaped.
the Catholic fucking diocese got them people out of there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why they got a badass documentary. Did you ever see the documentary of the people that was living in Michigan? The guy next door to them was working for Ford. Hey, fucking.
Well, Ford was a Nazi.
Hey, he was a wanted Nazi for years, and this guy then he became an old man. You look up this documentary and watch it whenever you get home. It's fucking bad as fuck. This dude hid out for fucking all the years since World War II. They just nailed him in like 2000s. He was living next door to these people, worked at the Ford plant and retired. Hey, and then took him over to Israel to be tried. Right?
Oh yeah.
He goes and gets tried. Hey, they drop it. Well, the FBI and some of the Jews that was at the camp where he was fucking still got together and proved that he was the guy. They brought him back a second time and killed his ass. You know what I mean?
I know it's not funny, but how funny is it? There's like all those like German towns in Argentina and shit.
Oh, dude, crazy.
Dude, just like straight
Tim
up having
Kennedy,
fucking Oktoberfest and shit. Fucking
that Tim Kennedy.
They only
dude.
speak German, and one of them it's primarily German. It's literally a German city in the middle of Argentina.
Yeah.
Is it Argentina?
Yes, it's over in that South America.
It's down there. It's Argentina.
Tim fucking whatchamacallit, the UFC fighter. I just
Kennedy.
said Kennedy. He had a show where they was trying to prove that Hitler never died in that bunker.
Yeah,
and
I watched that
there's
show.
more
I've seen
proof
it.
that he lived in Argentina and died down there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they found they fucking do that. It was a badass show, dude. They found like fucking hidden bunkers that the Nazis had in the jungle, and they know like all kinds of crazy ass shit, dude. It was really cool, man.
Well, they found a German U-boat sunk off the coast.
don't they have like a
coastline.
base down in Antarctica or something?
No, yeah.
That's what they talk about on that.
That's where the reptilians are hiding.
Fuck yeah.
The shape-shifting reptilians are hiding in Antarctica.
I thought they were on the news.
The warm-blooded shape-shifting reptilians are hiding in Antarctica.
I thought they were on
Past
the news.
the ice wall.
So one of the things that the Terrence Howard dude was talking about was you have to watch it to like get the build up to. I'm gonna butcher it, but it was. He's got some equations that he came up with that show the I guess interaction of all the forces or whatever.
Right.
And he used AI to kind of like make models, and with his formulas, it like built planets and shit, like how they would coalesce and build
without straight lines.
and then so.
But the Earth's flat, so that's a straight line.
Yeah, it is flat. But he was talking about
It's on the back of a turtle.
How he was like he started thinking about how that the planets drift away from the sun every year at a certain distance. Let's say it's 6 miles a year, which is true.
Yeah.
Okay. Say they drift away from the sun. So with his formulas on these calculations, he was postulating that
That's as fancy as his fountain.
Yeah, the sun like birthed the planets.
Yes.
And that they've been drifting out since, and they keep drifting. So then he was trying to determine the age of the solar system or the universe from that, and it's tremendously older than they ever say.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
So it eliminates the Big Bang and it eliminates all these things.
And
Right?
what loses me sometimes about Rogan is he'll get these guests on there and they'll say, well, this is mainstream science. And one of the biggest things they do that with is that pole flip stuff. And they've no way of knowing that ever happened or is ever going to happen. It's not mainstream science. They keep saying it is. But he gets these people on there and they don't actually know this stuff. Can it happen? Sure. Well, who the hell would ever know? But they get in and they go, well, you can tell by the magnetism of the rocks. That's just the magnetism. That doesn't tell you that the Earth went bloop and for 7 days all hell broke loose. Nothing tells you that. Nothing tells you its timeline. Nothing tells you that we're overdue. Nothing tells you they don't know this. They don't know this stuff, but they get on there and they say that it's real and it's true and it's facts and it's going to happen. And
So this last one's worth listening to because it's so different.
So Rogan loses me on some.
And he's willing to debate anybody that wants to debate against him. He's already been to.
This dude sounds so smart. He almost sounds
He's a genius.
Like he's insane.
Right.
So it's like,
Well,
it's worth listening to.
well, Manson was pretty smart too. So
Only because he got fucking dosed about 1,000 times.
by the
By
CIA,
the CIA.
by the fucking CIA.
Yeah, he keeps getting arrested and they keep letting him go.
I know. Hey, I used
They
to.
were dosing him.
I know.
They were supplying. That's fact. That is fact. They were supplying
Yeah.
the family with acid.
Remember
with
when he used to
LSD.
go to court and he'd do all the crazy shit
Yep,
in the
yep.
courtroom and
Yep.
fucking act a fool and shit, and he would say dumb shit. The devil's coming with me. And
Right,
fucking crazy ass shit.
So, this is not conspiracy or anything, but it was funny to see the dichotomy of it in Vegas this weekend.
Another fancy word.
It's not a fancy word. It's
Man.
in the lexicon,
Man, there's another fancy word.
or the vernacular, if you will.
I've seen your house. You need to calm down with these fancy words, sir. I've seen where you live.
I know where you sleep.
These fancy words. Fancy words here.
So there was.
It's a nice yard, by the way. It's a really nice. I like that spot. I like your little spot there. It's nice.
The yard's a piece of shit because
Your spot is
the
nice.
dirt is gross. It won't grow shit.
Well, that's because you're not.
Your driveway,
You're not
hey,
maintaining it.
No, I am. The dirt needs nutrients.
You're not.
I need a load of that fucking river shit dumped on
No,
there.
you need to. You need
Hey, I
to
gotta-
properly maintain it.
I got a couple tons down in the basement. Just feel free to help
Right.
yourself.
You need to properly maintain it, sir. You're not properly maintaining that yard. You're not doing all the things that yard needs to grow.
I don't have time.
So,
That's what you pay a guy.
like if it was my yard, it would look like shit for 3 months. But I guarantee that grass would look nice afterwards. But then because of where you're at, you don't want to grow all that wild shit. So you would have to pay someone to come in and weed and seed. You know what I mean? But if you let it grow for 3 months and then you cut it and you let all that shit die off, it puts all the nutrients back in the ground.
Is your guy bagging? Is your guy bag?
I don't have a guy.
You don't have a guy? You do it yourself?
Do you do leaf removal?
No.
Don't do leaf removal.
don't. I
let
mulch
the
it
leaves
down.
stay. Yep.
Mulch
Mulch
it
it
down.
down. Let the leaves stay.
You mulch everything?
Mulchy's nuts. No, but so in Vegas this weekend,
Yeah.
there was the Dead run shows going.
Yep,
at
yep.
the Sphere, which that place is the fucking shit, by the way.
What was the outside? Was it trippy?
Listen,
Hold on.
I let the sun shine in my back door at least once a week.
Well,
It's
yeah,
healthy.
it's good for your energy.
It's healthy
That
for you.
boosts
Right,
it,
right.
So
I just don't want tan lines.
no,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
outside they had like tie dye with the steely like spinning around it, and it changed when the show's going on. But so there was all the hippie people walking around,
Right.
right? The dead people, and then there was one of the biggest EDM festivals in the world going on,
No shit.
Yeah, I believe
called the
that.
Electric Daisy Carnival.
Oh yeah, man, that looks cool, man.
So that was going on. So you have all these hippies walking around, and then you have all the EDM people with all their fucking fishnets and crazy fucking hair and like just tripping balls and doing
Right,
poppers
right.
and shit.
The skids.
Skids for sure.
Man, dude, just it was
Skids.
wild to see all those people interacting and stuff. I'm like, this is
Right.
fucking
Right.
cool. And
I bet it was.
everybody-
I bet it
cool.
was pretty wicked to watch.
it was
Yeah.
good. And everybody was like, you guys going to EDC? And I'm like, I don't have any everyday carry with me.
Right, right. I had to
wanna
fly,
plane.
bro.
I had to fucking fly.
I had to
man.
fly, homie. I had to fly.
They had it there. You could have just went and got some.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at the
Had everything you needed.
At the pool, this guy comes up to me, and Melissa were sitting there, and she was talking to this dude's sister. He was gay dude. He comes up, he's like, "Hey man, you want some of these poppers?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
Right.
He's like, "Just smell this." I'm like, "I'm good."
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's like,
and I think about my butthole, like, is ready for you. No, I'm good.
right. Do we know what a popper is?
It's like a thing that they used to. It's like some sort of relaxant
Okay.
that gay dudes used to use back in the day. I mean, it's a party drug.
What the fuck?
Yeah. so-
Can we Google?
What?
Oh my god.
Wait,
I'm Jamie. I got it.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm on like 8%.
Poppers are a type of inhalant made from alkyl nitrites, most commonly amyl nitrite. They are typically sold in small bottles and used recreationally for their psychoactive effects. When inhaled, poppers produce a brief, intense rush of euphoria, increased heart rate, and relaxation of involuntary muscles, particularly those in the anus and throat, which is sometimes why it's used to enhance sexual experience.
Interesting.
There you go.
So did you bring him back?
He was
Amyl
trying to
nitrate.
bring you up.
Okay, did you bring him back?
Right.
Okay, fair.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Fair.
So it was just cool to see that interaction. With
Yeah,
people
yeah.
there,
Dude, I bet it was. I went to Eureka Springs last weekend, so we did fucking shit ton of hiking, walking, Played in some waters. I jumped into the Roaring River. It was about about 4 inches deep. So I'm like, bro, you call this a river? Like, this is a creek where I come from.
Where's this at?
Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Is that the hot springs place?
I don't think there's too many of them. That's Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
yeah.
sure.
So Eureka Springs has a fuck ton of cold springs. They have a bathhouse there from 1901. Last time we were there in December, the bathhouse is fueled. The water comes from the springs.
That's awesome.
So you get like all the minerals and shit from it.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and did that. We did that last time we were there in December. We fell in love with the town. It was just fucking stunning. This time we took a dog. We took our dog, and wasn't a whole lot of relaxing going on because
you took a horse, not a dog.
Yeah, because the amount of comment. Everybody says, you brought your horse out. Oh, you brought your pony, and then some dude goes, hey, that's a big one. It's like, yeah, it's our house cow. And he goes, it's a house hippo. And I'm like, fuck, you win. So he just kept getting more and more nicknames. So we did find a restaurant that let us come in. It was like 89 degrees there. It's Sunday, and so we found a restaurant. They're like, yeah, we don't give a fuck about the laws. Come on in. So we took dog in there, and they brought out a fucking wing toss bowl full of water because he's 140 pound Great Dane, and so they brought out a big bottle of water or a big bowl of water for him, and then after that we went and hit the Roaring River.
That actually drives me nuts in Florida.
What's that?
Because we get outside most of the time in Florida,
right?
We're a block from the beach, just about everywhere, and people bring their dogs, and there's always a constant breeze. And so they bring these big collies and shit out.
Fresh out of the water.
What do you think you're chewing on the entire time you're trying to eat your food?
If they're wet, nothing.
Their fur is just going every fucking where.
Bro, I couldn't believe it.
And
they
it's
let
like,
us bring him in.
Like, I appreciate you love your dog that much, but
Right.
but there's a limit here, bud. I'm trying to eat my fucking tacos.
You just got to eat fast, my friend.
Not your taco, not my tacos covered in your dog's hair because he's shedding everywhere.
Tacos Day. Perro.
Canine.
No, Perro. What's dog? It's like it's pure Perro.
No, I don't know what dog. I don't even know what dog is.
Cat is Gato.
Cat's Gato.
I think dog's Perro. For some reason. Anyway, but
They got a dog restaurant over in Soulard that's supposed to be pretty cool.
like, you eat dog or do you can take your dog?
You can take your dog, and then they fucking have it all set up to where your dogs can run around.
I'm waiting for
while
the.
you just fucking drink and.
So I didn't know. I didn't. I don't read. Right.
Right.
So when I booked the Airbnb, it says dog friendly. So then the day before they send you a thing. Hey, welcome. Your code's going to be your last four of your number. Blah blah blah. Here's the things. And for some reason, I was reading through it all the day before. 50 pound weight limit on the dog, and I was like,
shit.
you know what?
Because it's dog friendly, not horse friendly.
Right. Yeah. So we brought he's only like 15 months and 142 pounds last time he was at the vet.
I don't know what he weighs. I don't have a scale.
Right.
Dogs get big. They get big, but all them big breeds, they get bad hips.
They do, and so he's young, dude. I've had big breeds. I've had Irish Wolfhounds.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so my family used to raise them.
Nice.
Yeah, so they would go to Ireland and grab puppies so they wouldn't be inbreeds. So they were the U.S. premier breeders of Irish Wolfhounds. They had many win shows and like the big shows or whatever the fuck, So I had one of those, and they last about.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro.
I bought a dog off a meth head once.
Yeah, well, I did that too, man.
I gave it to you.
Hey, and
Best dog I ever owned.
dude. So I had one that my daughter used to be able to paint his nails. We got it off the Shop and Save board. They just had that community board, and it said free puppies. So snowstorm, so we drive out. I missed the fucking turn. Had to turn back around. A deep, like when we used to have snowstorms.
Yeah.
And
I
then
bought a husky in a snowstorm in Amish country.
yeah, it did. It fucking
Fuck.
it should have been
I
fine.
was so mad the whole way home.
We got this dog, and he was we named him Mirta, and he would let Emily paint its nails, and I'd come home drunk, fucking put my sunglasses on him. He'd sit upright, I put my sunglasses on because I've been out riding motorcycles all day. The motherfucker looked like a little butler by the time I was done. I put my jacket on him and shit, you know. He was patient as fuck for a long time, man. So he lived quite a while, you know. And then the Irish Wolfhounds, man, if you get 7, you're blessed, you know. And
I think it's the same way with Danes, ain't it?
Danes are 7 to 10. So, but this dog's been on hip and joint from the beginning, you know, and
you can see their bloodline.
And he came actually from a good bloodline. So right now we're on a 30-day no protein diet. We're close to 18 months. He still has his nuts. He's going to have his nuts until they pose a problem. But right now we're doing no protein because he's, you know, they're so sensitive on everything. So we got off puppy. We're on no protein because he's got all these pimples and shit on his chin, and like he's bleeding out everywhere.
You like to read?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Why are you throwing shit?
yeah, you don't have to throw it.
Fail.
So then we're going to get into,
that's a good book to read.
Straight up grass-fed beef for the dog.
I brought it in for these motherfuckers to read.
Hey, I read like the half of the first page, man. I'm busy reading fucking...
Took me 2 days to read the son of a bitch.
Right now I'm reading cognitive behavioral therapy book over here. That's what I'm reading right now. I can't read 2 books.
That's good shit.
Can't read 2 books.
That'll help you better than that cognitive behavioral therapy book.
Just 2 poppers. Don't worry about it.
I promise you.
Dude, if you would have brought some back.
I've been through cognitive behavioral therapy. I fully understand cognitive behavioral therapy, and that will help you far more than that cognitive behavioral therapy.
What's crazy is I'm rereading this book. And just like, have you ever heard of Third Circle Theory?
Better.
What is it?
Third Circle Theory?
No.
So I reread that one too, and I got so much more out of it after I read it a second time. Because I don't retain
at
all.
How I am.
Dude,
that's why I don't fucking read a lot anymore.
Yeah,
because it just...
These motherfuckers will
you gotta really be in it.
Yeah, so and then that's the stuff that I am into. And like that one, like first couple pages, I had to Google like 7 words. So I was like, fuck, man, this isn't for dummies.
Yeah, you just got to make it through it.
He's a genius.
So he is smart, bro.
The bad thing...
No, he's way smarter. He's way smarter than what he looks. That's for fucking sure.
The bad thing.
Not smart enough to check the fucking tires before we drive to fucking Collinsville, but whatever.
No, hey, I knew they were bad.
Dude, it's hotter than fucking here.
I know, man.
What are you talking about?
Looking like a motherfucker. I'm looking around at everybody else's forehead. I know my shit's shining like a motherfucker. I'm hot as
I don't think it's that bad.
It's kind of bad. It's kind of warm.
You look cool as a cucumber. I'm like, you talking about a snowstorm. I'm like, I wish there was a snowstorm in here right now.
What's the temperature gauge on this motherfucker? It's probably in the 80s.
Man.
80s.
Oh, yeah, actually, there is a little thermometer over there. You could grab that. It's not mounted.
I don't think it's that bad in here at all.
I think it's 75 degrees. What's humidity, though?
80.
It's 80? What's humidity?
97%.
80? 100?
No,
it's not 100 to be raining.
50,
yeah. No, it's
but does
definitely...
this motherfucker really work?
No, it came from it came from the pawn shop. It's off a couple degrees. So...
when you guys are talking about dogs, did I ever tell you about the first dog I ever had as a kid?
No.
That my dad got?
No.
So my dad was up in the military up in Anchorage, up in Alaska.
Right.
And he
got a Malamute? Sorry.
He got a husky Malamute mix, right? From some fucking lady in a parking lot.
Right. Not, at least it wasn't an igloo. Keep going.
Right, yeah. It could have been an igloo.
Right.
He said a shopping cart from a grocery store. She was giving him away, and he had one blue eye, one brown eye.
Yeah.
And
I got one brown eye.
Yeah, you do. The poppers will take care of that.
I know, that's what I heard. Like when that X hits.
So I asked him when I was little, like, how he got his name.
Right.
And he goes, this fucking cocksucker, was just so hard-headed, like, and it'd be freezing there all the time, right?
Right.
The dog would just fuck everything up, and he'd come home from work, and everything's fucked up, and he's like, the dog would not listen. Every time I came home, he's like, I would just yell, fuck, God damn it, dog, and all that stuff. And so finally he's like, one day, I don't condone this activity, but he's like, I threw him in the shower, and then I fucking threw him outside to like break him.
Right.
And I guess he left him outside for a certain amount of time until he was covered in icicles, and he brought him and he said that motherfucker never did anything ever again. Anyways, the dog's name was Damn It. So when we were little, we always got to say damn it all the time. So we thought we were shitting Paul Cotton, because like, I'd be like, come here, damn it. And our friends were like, you cuss him? It's fucking damn it, dog, man.
Yeah.
That was the fucking...
Yeah, it's funny. I was just excited to go to the fucking Beaver Dam just to say damn.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, I've never seen... that was the first time I ever saw a dude... Because my grandpa didn't never get upset and cry.
Right.
My dad... When that dog passed away, I've never seen a man so upset before.
Right.
And, dude, he dug a hole in our backyard that... it had to be 12 feet deep. It was insane. Like,
shit.
He was just taking it out on the hole.
And he just kept going. And, like, I was never seen. But yeah, so
I give up after about a foot.
No, he just kept
Just
going.
give up.
I mean, it was like the entire day he was out there.
Right.
And we're like, is Dad okay?
It's probably like the perfect fucking, measurements of a hole. You know what I'm saying? Squared off, make it just right. No, for real.
Yeah.
Dude, I planted an apple tree last year, man, and I was like, I stood back and admired the hole. Like this tree's gonna bear fruit. We're gonna eat off this tree, and so like to me, I had my own little ceremony when planting an apple tree. It's like this is gonna feed people for generations, and it's like, so I took the time to to dig the fucking right hole, and then I looked and I'm like, well, no post hole digger, right? Just a fucking spade, like just did old school, and I'm like, that's a beautiful hole right there. Like it looked like straight poppers, man. It was just wide, smooth, relaxed. I put that fucking tree in there, man. Like it was just like I was just sliding it right into it. Nice open gash, bro. It was fucking nice. So, and the fruit's coming in nice right now. So I talked to it, man. I touched the leaves, stroke it a little bit. I haven't thought about giving it poppers, the tree.
Yeah,
I should give it.
Pop that shit wide open.
Right, I will. So when I bring in apples, so we got our strawberries coming in right now. It's like from the Ridge Garden, and do you know where Ridge Street is in Alton?
No, ain't it up here by
fucking, where the McDonald's is?
It's just an awesome place to get strawberries. And
I've been up to that. What's that after hours bar up there or whatever?
The warehouse? Yeah. Don't say that too many times. But right, did you go down slip and slide?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, there's slip and slide in the back. Yeah.
I thought that was the name of somebody's pussy.
It could be, but
it's a shithole.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, Mike's my dude.
It's
though.
cool.
I
usually just drive to Pops if I'm gonna go out that late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there it's like closer.
I know, but I like the environment of Pops because I just like going to shithole ass bars like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pops has always been a shithole ass.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, the melting pot of all the shitheads at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you got strippers and everybody else coming.
Bro, we'd shut down the landing. Yeah. Like I'd work on the landing.
I remember when the landing was good.
Yeah, when it was hopping. Yeah, so I ran Dante's.
I got kicked out of Pops when I was 18. I got kicked out of Pops.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine we used to go to bars with. He was trouble.
Yeah.
And he got up, went to the bathroom, and he was snorting coke. I was back at the urinal.
Ew.
And,
as you do.
And I was in there taking a piss.
Not at Pops.
And,
that's how you get coke?
Not at Pops. And
that's how you get AIDS.
Bouncer comes in, nice as could be, goes, hey, man, you got to put that up. And like I said, my buddy was trouble. Fuck you, I ain't got to do nothing. Dude, I zipped up mid-piss, and that shit burns. I zipped up mid-piss, walked out the fucking door, walked back over to where we were, and I was like, we got to go, Jason's getting thrown. About that time, here he comes. 4 bouncers hauling his ass out. And I was like,
I'm going to tell you.
All of us, there were 2 people. Out of the, I think there were 6 or 7 of us. There were 2 people that were supposed to be in a bar, and the rest of us were underage.
Yeah.
So we were just in a shitload of trouble.
I'm going to tell you, rarely, if I'm hoovering some schneef at a fucking bar at 2 in the fucking morning, bro, I'm not going to go quietly either. I'm just saying, I'm probably ready. I'm probably tuned up enough to fucking, fuck you.
Well, he was, it could have been 8 o'clock in the evening, and he couldn't even have been tuned up yet, and he was still that way. He was just that guy.
Dude, so remember the hideout bar on 3 by the trucker? Hardy. Yeah. So I had a dude running in and out, right, selling fucking X-pills and cocaine. And so he came out, the bouncer came out. I guess he'd been told, hey, knock it off, right?
Right.
So he didn't because he's out there making all this money. Right. So he's bringing back money to me. And I had a nice fucking M3 BMW sitting in the parking lot, as one should, like probably 6 gold chains out and 2 pagers. So anyway, the bouncer follows him out. And I'm like, I didn't even drive my own car at the time, right? Because I'm a fucking idiot. So he comes out to talk to me, and I'm fucking getting ready to hand him some more. And I'm like, I pull it down because this guy's like, he's like fucking... Here he comes, little pit bull fucking. And I'm like, what's this guy going to do? I go, what's up, man? And he just grabs dude's head, A-pillar, bro. You know how expensive the A-pillar is? This guy fucking just drops like potatoes, and I'm like, go. I'm like, we're done here. Go.
Right. I'm going to leave.
And so I just leave dude because he was just passed out on the ground, right? I'm like, that's just part of doing business, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, dude, he was like, He supposedly
hazard pay.
He gets up and he goes back in the bar to try to get a drink. He's like, "Hey, I ain't selling any more drugs. I just want to. I got some money in my pocket. I want to.
Fucking thirsty now. I got a headache."
He goes, and then motherfucker walked back to Alton from fucking supposedly walked back because he was fucking high anyway, you know. So he just fucking. I call him the next day or whatever, page him. You know,
his way back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he fucking. I go, "They let you drink?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "So I went over to Hardee's and got some food." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, normally the bouncers are cool, but he was like, "Well, he told me once, just knock it off." Yeah. Because he's running around fucking shaking everybody's hand,
Right.
But then I had to sell that car because I had a fucking big dent in the fucking passenger side A-pillar, and I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" I'm like, the fender I could have repaired. That fucking A-pillar, I didn't know Sean at the time, so I couldn't get the dents pulled, So
he's doing fucking great, man. He's months out.
I know,
Months out.
I know, because I was trying to get him to repair Rick's Camaro, because I'm like, "Rick, we cut the hood, we put all this fancy shit on, this carbon fiber fucking shit on the Camaro, like, you got all these door dings." He goes, "Well, I don't know any dent guys," so I text Sean, and then Emily's car got hail damage, but she hasn't done shit about it, so. But whatever.
That's what he's out on. It's all that hail damage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's what he's out on.
Months. Emily's got it on hers. I'm like, dude, that car's paid off. Just fucking roll with it.
Is it hard to do that? If you can buy the fucking equipment.
Dude,
online.
That dude is a magician.
Yeah, there's a skill to it. There's certainly a skill to it.
Yeah, that dude. And
a skill you could learn, but there's definitely a skill to it. You got to know which rod to use where and when and how
and how to pull apart interior to put it back together. I mean, I got floppy door panels everywhere because I don't know how to pull shit apart without breaking the fucking. Because I don't have the patience or the right tools to pop everything out right. So I just fucking tear shit up. But Sean's good at it, man, and he's fair on his prices. Yeah, so I mean, and he's liked by everybody. So
yeah.
No, he's built a good business for himself as well. We should try to get him on. See if he's got a Monday night free.
Sean Long?
Yeah.
I used to work out with him.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I don't mind him at all. He's what's nice is he's just a gutter dude that's fucking worked his way up too, So he's busy teaching the kids some kind of sports. What's the sports he's involved with?
He played soccer at Illinois College, so
yeah, I think it is soccer right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
He went to school where I went to school. Illinois College for undergrad. He played soccer there.
I barely made it out of high school, bro.
I'm just saying, yeah.
So I didn't do that. I don't know what sports are.
Sports ball?
Yeah, sports ball. I played pit balls at Alton High, just because we made it full contact. So
is it like handball?
It is. Yeah, it was in the old pit. Like now it's the middle school or whatever. So yeah, now we get fucking rough, dude. That was some big money games, man.
I used to love tetherball. Remember the ball on the post?
Yeah, bro, you can break a motherfucker's nose with that. Yeah,
competitions on that.
You can break a nose with that. No, it's so Alton High. I'd have like 4th hour lunch, and then I would just skip 5th and 6th if I was deep in a fucking tournament.
The pit ball in Alton, the pit in Alton.
Yeah,
and you would have been there at this time. You were always told, if you weren't from around there, you're always told to stay away from where the pit ball guys are and where they're hanging out.
So the pit ball was like the last 3 rows.
That was not the crowd. I don't even know where the fuck it was.
Yeah, that was the last 3 rows. Pit ball was yuppie sport.
When we went there to fuck around, when we went up there to fuck around, either slinging a little bit of weed or fucking with a girl.
Yeah,
we were always told not to go wherever the fuck it was.
Yeah,
wherever it was, because that was the spot that.
So
that we don't know you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, no, it was definitely cliquish back then. It's still.
What park is this?
No, it's not a park. It was
Alton High School.
Alton High School had 3 buildings, and then everybody parked in the middle, right? And then it wasn't closed campus, so you go out, get in your car, you go to lunch. Right. We'd play pit ball. We'd throw sodas at the underclassmen. Whatever. Just standard fucking 90s shit.
Yep.
And so we'd play pit ball there, and then it's like $20 was a lot to us back then, right? So if it was $20 fucking game, I was actually decent at it because I didn't give a fuck, Right. And so I'd have like the same teacher like 6 hour that I had like the first hour of the day, and then he'd come out and he's like, "You have a test today. You have to, motherfucker. I got $20 on this. You gotta wait. I'm almost there. Like I'm up. So but you play it in pairs. It's kind of like probably what's the sport?
Racquetball.
No, that was
Pickleball.
Pickleball. It's probably
That's what I'm thinking that you guys are talking about.
No, it's just it was with a tennis ball in your hand.
Oh yeah, a racquetball.
It was, but it was like tennis. It was like tennis, but handball. Yeah, so
pickleball is ping pong for adults.
Yeah, I guess.
And tennis for midgets.
Somebody was telling me that they're changing over all the tennis courts for the most part to pickleball.
Yeah, it's a fad.
Well, they build it. Don't they build them inside of the tennis courts? So you can still play tennis on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You turn them sideways and you can play fucking that way.
Yeah.
So, but they're actually building Woodriver. I think just got an indoor pickleball court somewhere.
Sportsplex probably off the highway.
Yeah, dude, that looks like that's a nice sports barn or whatever.
Yeah,
that's a nice looking building.
Next to it, a fucking Urgicare.
You
know what I mean?
a baseball facility.
Is it a baseball facility? Yeah,
right off the highway.
We passed it today. It's fucking beautiful.
It's like Train out there in Collinsville. It's a baseball facility.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So which is Train behind the gas station?
It's
They'll
up by
probably do more
255.
No,
with
I'm
just
thinking-
baseball.
That's that big thing they built out of. I was wondering what the fuck that was.
It's called Sports Barn.
And why?
So we go to some indoor soccer thing.
They did a lot to put that there.
Glen Carbon, Edwardsville. Yeah, they fought some
Yeah,
fights.
that's
Sports Academy.
floodplain. They
Sports
did a
Academy.
lot to
They
put
have a
that
liquor
there.
license and gaming machines there. Yeah. I go there to watch the nieces play soccer indoor.
Yeah, indoor, yeah.
Yeah, indoor soccer there.
They used to have a place in Belleville called Sportsplex too.
Yeah.
It was over off of 15, I think, or out towards going to.
How long?
Freeport.
How long did you live in Belleville?
I grew up in Belleville.
You grew up there, so you understand how the roads will fucking turn, but be a different name, but turn, but be the same name again.
Yeah.
I always get lost in fucking
It's
Belleville,
like
bro.
Granite City,
Bro,
every other fucking
man.
deal is a
I was just
one-way.
on Namioki. Now I'm on fucking 20th. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I'm like, dude. So I worked at the Aaron's in East St. Louis. And we had some customers in Belleville. So I'm driving this box truck around trying to get my money, and I'm like, I swear to God, I was just on this fucking road now. Why am I off the road? It's like, so we didn't have GPSs back then, so it's like, fucking, like, all right, so I got to get the map out and see where I fucked up, man. Belleville is confusing to me, man. It's like, you got to be fucking from there to drive around there, man. It's just, I can find the drive-in theater because it's right off 15.
Right.
And it's right by Freedom Drive.
Yeah.
And Freedom Drive's an interesting fucking joint right there, man, because that's where most of the customers move from East St. Louis. If they're moving on up, they moved up to Freedom Drive.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then so I'd have to chase them up there to get my money and shit, and so it was always funny to go to Freedom Drive.
Yeah.
Whenever
we used to repo cars, man.
Yeah.
My buddy, he repos for this place called Pay Later down in Cahokia.
Yep.
And Steve Foltz. The Foltz family is like a real rich family. And so he'll repo cars. So whenever I would be laid off, I'd go and repo cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it'd just be so exciting,
Was
And
it?
we'd
Key
fucking
repos
paint-
or truck repos? Key repos or trucks?
Anything.
Did you
But
have-
they give us keys. Yes.
Yeah.
They give us keys.
Yeah, I did key
But
repos for a while.
now they got him the truck where he could just back up. But
Yeah.
majority of them was in East St. Louis because it's buy here, pay here. You know what I mean? Hey, they repo the car fucking 3 different times,
And
it
really-
pays
Yep.
for itself fucking multiple times.
And really, Cahokia is just southeast St. Louis. Yeah. So
my cousins opened up a car dealership down there.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I worked down there 10 years.
Yeah.
So my job was to be in every single hood, like real hoods,
Yeah.
and be like, "Hi, I need my fucking money or my merchandise."
Right,
So I was
right.
I was repoing furniture or getting money.
Yeah.
I used to chase people on my
Ain't no
Harleys,
joke.
man. It was
It ain't
wild
no
out.
joke, dude. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, like even growing up in that area, and whenever I was fucking doing drugs, I was smoking crack and shit.
Right.
So we'd be down in East St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got carjacked in East St. Louis. But since I've been out,
Got shot in these
hey,
things.
yeah,
Right.
since I've been out, I mean, I left Scarlett's one night. Me and 2 of my other friends, I knocked a guy out at the gas station down the street. Hey, they shot both. They shot my buddy 3 times. I took a 357, went in the back of my leg, came out right here, missed my femoral artery by 1/8 of an inch. I didn't even know what a fucking femoral artery was.
Right.
And blew my other buddy's ankle off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
almost lost his foot.
Yeah.
And then our other buddy, they jumped on him. They beat him with pistols. They broke both of his hands and,
Yeah.
and blacked
Dude,
his eyes.
That was every single week I fucking
Yeah.
faced that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't
'cause
imagine. I couldn't imagine,
I'd go to their fucking dude. I'd ask people, all right, where do you
Yeah,
work at?
lucky I did key repos around here.
Yeah, no. So like,
There's still people that kill your ass anywhere.
Yeah,
though, you
no,
know
they
what I mean?
do.
Hey,
But,
especially now, young black males. It's not about a racial thing, but young black males are very quick to try to kill you nowadays without any remorse. I just have the dude that helps me was coming to work yesterday. He lives in Maryland Heights. He stopped at a gas station to get gas. Had 2 young guys pull up on him. Hey, swerved into him when they pull out of the parking lot. Asked him, roll down the window. He said, hey, we thought you was somebody else. And the other little young kid had an AR-15 and looked over at him and was just smiling. You know what I mean? He said, you got lucky today. And then they say, you want any Finney? You know, he used to be a heroin addict.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
He drove off on him.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, in general.
No, dude, it could be literally anywhere. I literally wear a gun every single day.
You should, absolutely.
Don't copyright us because we had the window open.
Right. No, we got a copyright on the last one.
Did we really?
20 seconons.
Motherfucker.
21 seconds.
Me and my buddy, we tried to start something like this, and I was going to start a coffee company. That's why I ordered 300 pounds of coffee beans. I bought bags. I got fucking labeling and everything. Convicts and coffee. We made about 25 podcasts. I just got tired of driving over there. We'd interview people that had been to prison.
Sure.
And drink coffee because hey, whenever you're in prison, man, you sit around drinking coffee and fucking. You used to be able to smoke cigarettes, and motherfuckers just have a good time, man. Just bullshitting, playing cards, drinking coffee, fucking, just trying to make the best of the fucking time.
If you've seen that podcast on, I only see it in reels come across my Facebook, where it's one dude and he's interviewing a guy that was supposedly in prison, but everything he says is just complete and total bullshit.
Well, there's two of
none of it is true.
There's two guys that I can think of off the top of my head. There's a young kid. I
think this is
out
an
of
older
Florida, and he's gotten rich off of it.
Yeah,
he made $500,000 his first year. His 1090 Jake. He's in fucking these rappers fucking videos and everything now. You know what I mean? Over just prison podcasting. Just fucking interviewing fucking people.
Was that the white guy? Skinny white guy?
Did you watch that thing on Netflix?
No, he's fat. He's a fat young kid.
The thing on Netflix, it was like called Unlocked. Did you see that?
No, but I heard that it's fucking great.
It was really cool, and they showed some stuff on there that like I wasn't aware of. Obviously, I was aware they made like prison hooch and shit.
Right.
But like certain shit, like making these wicks to like burn so they could light shit.
Oh, dude, they're literally MacGyver.
Oh, fuck
all of them.
Dude,
all of them.
They took a clock off the wall.
You get a crash course
and made it so they could light the wicks.
Yeah,
right. And they wick to wick, burn them. But then they were rolling cigarettes, but they didn't have tobacco or that, so they would like take
lettuce, all kinds of shit.
Dude, it was like they
orange
had
peels.
Yeah, and they would soak them in like coffee or tea. Then they would roll them up and smoke these like coffee cigarettes.
Man, hey, whenever I was in St. Clair County, hey, motherfuckers, hey, I still smoked then. And hey, the kitchen porters were next door to us in L Block. You know what I mean? So hey, we fucking had this big ass thing of lettuce. Motherfuckers let it dry out. We're in there smoking it like it's weed, dude. Hey, but hey, you don't got nothing else to do. There ain't shit up in there. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers smoked. You know what I mean? So people are. That's the thing about addiction, dude. It's like
that's before they banned it.
A lot of motherfuckers are still gonna pick something up. You know what I mean? You could take drugs away from a lot of people, but they're gonna figure out something to put as their fucking vice. You know what I mean?
All right, so
I was fortunate enough to have never seen the inside of St. Clair County.
Man, I sat in there for a year, dude.
All the podunks around. I've been in all the podunks, but I was fortunate enough to never be inside.
What is this?
I never went down to St. Clair County fucking around for one.
Yeah.
So this is my coffee.
Yeah.
My coffee beans. I use a small farm in Brazil. They ship them to me dried, so they're hand picked, hand sifted, hand dried, and then they go into a whiskey barrel that was once a wine barrel in France. And then they rotate in there for 3.5 weeks, about 200 pounds of beans. And then I sell the beans. And then I sell the beans to Germania Coffee House.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
then,
love their coffee.
Yeah, so they take my coffee beans and they make this cold brew.
Yeah.
So you're going to get notes of the bourbon. You're going to get notes of the wine. There's no alcohol in it at all.
Yeah.
My last name is Weller, so I use the Weller style bottle. And I love black and gold, so that's why the colors are there. So your first tip, your first drink's you're gonna get so much, then kick it back again. You're gonna get more of the fruit notes, or maybe it's the whiskey notes.
Fancy as fuck.
Fancy as Drew's Fountain.
Fruit.
Right, get the fruit the second time, and then so I served it to you straight.
That's
pretty wild, man.
So I served it to you straight, but
fancy fountain in this mossy driveway.
So if you it's supposed to be diluted with water. Or, you could do cream or something like that. I just served it to you straight. So I mean, if you drink prison coffee, that shit's gonna be delicious no matter what.
Fuck, I ordered all them coffee beans and got all the packaging, and then we was doing the podcast and shit. And like I said, I just got tired of driving over to Maryland Heights. I got too busy.
Right.
And so I I've drank the 300 pounds of coffee beans.
Have you?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I bought a fucking roaster and I just started fucking roasting my own shit. But
so if you want to get into it a little bit more, I can have you private labeled in less than a day.
Yeah.
So especially if you have the artwork or if it's something you want to pursue again.
No, that's what I did. I had everything created.
Yeah. So I can have your beans roasted the way you wanted.
No shit.
To a fucking and bagged, sealed, fucking labeled, and ready to fucking sell.
Cool.
So, given 12-ounce bags are going for about 20 now.
Right.
So, I sell coffee all over this country. I sell this coffee.
No doubt, yeah.
So,
a buddy of mine, his cousin has an online coffee shop. He makes about 60 or 70 grand a year, is what he said.
Yeah, I don't make that much off of it because I also don't really push online sales too much.
Right,
so I focus this coffee for the people that don't want to drink alcohol, but still want to enjoy a cigar with something that has the bourbon there, has the wine. So it was really like an NA alternative to, and then. Of course, it mixes beautifully with like a cold brew liqueur or a coffee liqueur. Right. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
If you want to venture down the coffee road again, we can drive to Edwardsville, and within about 10 minutes, I can have you fucking bagging up, and you can buy by the pound if you want. You can buy 10 bags at a time.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, BNI right here.
Hence why I don't do BNI. I'm literally my own walk-in BNI.
Right.
But it's also because what I do is I service businesses that maybe can't afford a BNI, or I try to help them. But the thing is like, so the bar next door is online right now begging for fucking help. Because they don't know how to fucking run a business. That's not my fucking fault. And if let's say I gave them $20,000 today, right? They'd fuck it up and be broke again next month.
Right.
So, you got to know, like I've given them suggestions to see if they would take heed to advice. Like, I don't know, open your fucking doors.
Yeah.
That's step one in owning a brick and mortar. Open your fucking doors. Participate in the free community shit that's here. Get your fucking name out. Give away a little something, but don't ever discount your product.
Right.
All these fucking things that I fucking do, they listen to one of them? No, not a fucking one. And get rid of your fucking 70-year-old fucking former stripper, and work the fucking by yourself, save the labor.
Right.
They're not doing it. They don't want to earn, they just want to be rich. You're right. So they're going to be online bragging. I love watching it. Right. We're fucking killing the game over here in Alton because they're from Missouri. Mm-hmm. Now you're up here going, hey, I could really use some help. Here's my GoFundMe. What the fuck are you gonna do for the next
GoFundMe for their fucking business.
Yeah, for their 3-month open fucking.
I'm gonna start me a GoFundMe.
Right. Yeah. You need filters for your fucking.
Just give me money.
Right.
Hey, somebody's out there will.
Yeah. So hey, they've
nice and honest. Give me money.
Hey,
so I can piss it away.
They've raised $910 in about 24 hours. So and here I'm trying to restore a fucking building and I've made $1,000. But whatever. Those people don't come over and patronize him. He was in the rap game for a while,
right?
And and they did shows, and just like a lot of other people that were in the rap game fucking 10 years ago, they did shows and they had a following, and that was really cool. But your fans don't become your customers just because you open up in a town that's fucking far away from everybody.
Right.
So you have to provide something unique to this area. Chicken wings aren't fucking unique, and if you're not open to fucking cook the chicken
wings,
no. The fucking, I'll tell you.
The Irish bar?
No, not the Irish bar. The whatever's next door. You just peel a labor.
The Irish bar kills.
Yeah, the Irish bar. You think it kills, but the Irish bar stays packed. Yeah. Their food is high quality. Their food cost is way too fucking high.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking. What's that guy's name?
Gordon Ramsay?
No. What's that bar rescue?
He just opened up a restaurant in Luminaire.
Nice. What's the bar rescue guy?
Tapper.
Tapper.
John
Yeah.
Tapper.
Yeah. John. I'm no John. Whatever. But like if your food cost is fucking 50% of your fucking total P&L, you need to fucking readjust your food cost, bro.
So who's gonna go with me to the airliner when they come there?
Who is going?
Are they actually going to come? Are they actually coming?
They are. Yeah, I work on all the sites in my office. Yeah, they're coming there.
Who? Toppers?
So they got their thing or whatever. They got it.
Yeah.
What thing?
What are they asking you to sign?
They were on Bar Rescue.
Oh, they already were?
No.
The Bar Rescue came to.
The producers came and they
do
got
whatever.
They got the approval. So they have to go through a whole process.
So they also are supposedly doing the do drop in Jersey County. But that's also for sale with like fucking 10
That's
acres.
where the horse will walk in and shit.
Bro, no, Dewdrop's cool, man. I had my birthday party there.
I've been in there.
And just like true to form, any country fucking, just because I did watch Roadhouse, but any true to form fucking country bar, on my fucking birthday, I got to break a guy's nose. Like, that was the last time I was there. You know, it's like I'm teaching all these hicks how to play flippy cup.
I don't understand.
And then it got violent.
I don't understand the airliner because they should be, they're busy. They're not. How are they failing?
Dude, it doesn't matter how much money's coming in if you got too much going out.
Shit, I've only been in there a few times, and I didn't think it was that busy.
It depends on the day,
Really?
but
here's the thing,
their
though,
wing
Chuck.
their wing night's always been popular.
Oh, they got specials.
Yeah, but do you
they
think
fill
they're
the
killing the
parking
game at 25-cent wings?
So
They fill the parking lot with Fat Boys every Wednesday. When Fat Boys fills the
And
parking
you
lot,
know they
eats
don't
every
spend
Wednesday.
shit. They sit out
They
there and watch
eat.
it, and I doubt it.
So,
They eat.
so here's the thing that
Bring their
that
cooler.
concerns me because I like
The tights.
Ashley, and I like Sherry, and I like their family just because they've always been nice to me.
Sure.
So they have a business built on a certain clientele, whether doing well or terrible, right? So
Right.
God, are we going to get fancy cocktails on fucking Airline Drive?
that's what I'm saying. So,
All right,
so
am I going to have to open the cigar shop
so-
back up on fucking Airline Drive?
So they're gonna go in there and Tapper, that fat fuck, is gonna make some fancy cocktail menu that none of these motherfuckers are gonna
drink,
Are gonna
right,
drink,
right.
and so he's gonna be like, you need to take down all this bullshit on the ceiling. Sherry's gonna get mad because that's her husband's
That's
shit.
Richard's shit,
That's
man.
Richard's
Yep,
shit.
that's Richard's shit.
And then she's gonna get mad, and then what she
Did they not watch the show? Did they not see it coming?
I'm assuming that what they're doing it for is because they need new coolers and they need all the shit that's expensive, and they'll get that shit given to them. Now they could walk out the door, they could fucking put all the shit back
and then
on
they'll
the
put
ceiling.
all the shit back on the ceiling.
But
right.
they're going to tell her to take that down, and I hate to see the reaction. Of what
So
it's
I'm
gonna
going
be.
to tell you there are certain shows. So my buddy
I like Restaurant Impossible.
my buddy Fu Manchu was
those
actually
shows.
on Bar Rescue. He had a bar in New York and on Long Island. Or what's the shitty one? It's not Long Island. Is it Long Island? What's the fucking... Either way, shitty biker.
All New York shitty.
No, it's not actually. I love New
Jersey.
York. No, Jersey's beautiful. I love fucking Jersey, man. But so
It's
anyway,
probably Long Island.
I don't. Anyway, so he
Staten
had
Island.
Staten Island. He had a bar. He had a bar in Staten
The
Island. Thank
fucking
you.
what is that
King of
fucking
Staten
show?
Island.
No, the fucking the kids that were on MTV and shit.
Jersey Shore guys.
Jersey Shore, yeah.
No, that was in
Oh, yeah, that
New
was
Jersey. Yeah,
Shore.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's in the title.
yeah.
So I was thinking he's smart the whole time. But so he had a bar there, and that Bar Rescue came in, right? And it was him, his like two brothers were running this fucking bar. His dad fucking bought, you know, and but fucking the bikers took it over, right? So they come in, and so I talk to Stu all the time. And so they come in. Actually, I fucking tagged him because I was at the gym one day, and his episode was on the fucking screen while I'm fucking climbing 60 floors, you know. And I'm like fucking trying to watch it, read the things, and try to breathe at the same time. It was wild. But anyway, but he said that I go, so how'd that go? And you know, it's like, you know, like when I first met him, he was telling me, he's like, I was on Bar Rescue. And I'm like, bro, I bet you were, man. You're an animated motherfucker. You're like true New Yorker, right? So like when I go out there, it's like we go to underground boxing matches and we eat fat ass fucking steaks and we smoke really fucking good cigars, you know. Stu's fucking killer. But he goes, yeah, they came in with all these fancy fucking drinks and the fucking blah 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 and this menu and yada yada yada, you know. And so he goes, it took about 6 months to get the fucking bikers to not pay $12 for a fucking drink, so they stopped coming. Then nobody really came,
Right.
because across the street were the projects.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the clientele. So they were like really in a shit area. He goes, but what it did do is it put us on the fucking map, and we were able to sell the fucking building and get out from the debt.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So they were able to sell the building, business, everything, because it was on the show. So that might be part of the plan. Build it, sell it.
I doubt
fucking-
they're gonna sell it. I doubt they'll sell it.
I mean, that's the flagship, right?
That was
Yeah.
Richard's baby.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but Richard's gone, man. So
but it's still, they're pretty like loyal to him.
Yeah.
And so I think
See, I don't know any of them, but I met Richard several times when we were at Richard when I was working with Bronson and Jason at
Sure.
Richard's Knife and Gun Club.
oh yeah,
I met
it
Richard
wasn't
several
really
times.
called that, by the way.
And Richard, but that's what everybody called it.
It's not really what it was called.
But Richard was a complete asshole to me every time he come in, but I liked him for it. So he was all right. You know what I mean?
Well, so when I owned a pawn shop, right, he come in and buy guns every now and then, right? And he came in one day and he goes, hey, we've got these poker machines coming in. I need a place for this piece of art. And I said, He goes,
Oh, yeah.
Come with me. And I said, okay. So I go with him, right? So we walk over to the airliner. He's got this 4x8 fucking board that had this leather airplane that said the airliner on it. It's fucking cool, right? It has like, I don't know, 30 years of fucking cigarette smoke on it and shit, right? He goes, hey, can you store this for me for a little bit and I'll come back and get it? And I go, yeah, man, I got you. So I just hung it on the wall. And then he passes away. And I'm like, so I got a hold of Aaron tight. And I'm like, yo, will you take this? Like, I wanted to stay in the fucking family, you know, but it's like, the fuck, man? I was like, you know, we're closing the shop. I was like, it's got to go, man. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with an 8-foot fucking leather airplane, you know, on a board, right? Like, but it came off. It's 3-dimensional. It was cool. Somebody handmade that for him, you know. And but you know, it's like I knew how tight the no pun intended. I knew how tight the tights were, so I hit Aaron up, and luckily he took it, you know, because I didn't know anybody else. So
yeah, I mean, I think that they'll probably do it to get like shit new and replaced,
which is smart.
And Richard, so
and it's advertising too.
Yeah.
I mean, who's not going to go there?
Yeah.
Right, we're all going to go there.
You'll have people. Well, plus after the show airs, you'll have people that might be in this area go over there to check it out.
Well, and you know,
but they'll only go once.
Or if the food is fucking different and good.
I mean,
the food's always good though. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, it is.
So you have a grill there that's been cooked on for 30
a million years. Yeah,
and it's seasoned and everything's fucking great. That comes off
no, I'm with it.
Yeah,
no, the food is good
in front of you. And,
their chili's good.
Dude, you used to get the chili all the time.
I get their big burger, the half-pound burger, no bun. I have them put chili on it. They put the chili on it and put it back on the grill with cheese on it. Bring it off, and then put cheese on top of it.
Fucking life hack.
I always thought their burgers were saltier and shit.
Yeah, that's how they're supposed to be, though, man. That's years of seasoning on that grill, bro. Now, you know what? I mean, that is the greasy spoon of fucking, you know, bar food, and it's I don't. You know, if they're doing it to help get some free shit, then all for them. You know, I mean, I'm not even mad at it. You know, I mean, if there was a topper for the cigar industry and I can get a fucking $5,000 smoke evacuator here, that'd be dope. You know.
When I used to go in there with Gary and talk to Richard all the time, and Sherry started to come see me at the office, and Ashley, you know, and they came to see me, and he got hurt before he passed. Something happened. He got hurt, and Sherry's like, you need to go see him. He'll take care of you. He's like, the guy with the tattoos? I don't think. Because he didn't like people with tattoos.
Right.
Yeah, he hated it. And so...
And hats. And fucking every time he see me with a hat on, dude, beeline straight towards me to chew me out over having a hat on.
It was a nice establishment, Richard's Knife and Gun Club.
Right.
So he comes in, and I work on him, and he's
police were there every fucking night.
Real, like, didn't say much, you know. So the next time I saw Sharon, like, what do you think? He goes, he loves you, but he's not going to say anything. You know? and then he
that's how I took him too. Was like because he'd come straight for me to bitch me out, but it seemed like he liked me while he was bitching me out. But he'd never fucking tell me, and that's kind of how I am. So I was like, I like this dude. He's all right.
Yeah. So I mean, it ended up we ended up talking a bunch, and he was a good dude, and he liked me, but. Sherry was like, yeah.
Even though you're kind of funny,
I'm kind of funny.
That's what he was saying. That's who started the rumor.
Right, that's where it come from.
Yeah, Richard Tight,
son of a
Yep.
bitch.
May he rest in peace for real. So
yeah, but
I liked him. Maybe he didn't like me. I don't know. I would never know.
Right.
But because I've never seen him outside of there. But I liked him because he come over. He just beeline for me. Why are you wearing that goddamn hat? So I'd have to take the hat off, and then he'd quit bitching at me about the hat, and he'd leave, and I'd put the hat back on. Wear a fucking hat.
That's why you fucking bitched at you, because you knew you were going to put it right back on.
Right.
So.
Right. Hey, I was thinking about you guys the other day, and I was thinking about how it's unfair of me to come here every Monday and see you guys with you know, I know you've been jealous this whole time of my full luxurious head of hair, so I shaved it all off. I shaved it all off, so you guys can't.
Just so you can get laid.
So you guys don't have to be jealous.
Just so you can get laid.
Full head of hair. Anymore.
It is luxurious.
Yeah.
Full
That's
healthy head of hair.
That's all right, bro.
I know you guys were secretly, you know, upset over it.
Yeah, I like to go get my tight fades, bro. That's all I do.
Gosh.
Get my tight fades, get my eyebrows trimmed down, because for some reason that's the only hair that really grows is my eyebrows. I don't understand what the fuck.
My back hair grows.
Yeah,
fast.
bro. Do you got a thing? Do you got a thing yet?
Melissa.
Oh, nice. I'm not at that point in the relationship to be like, yo, baby, can you While we're in here, can you just go ahead and
Shave my back.
shave my back?
She thinks it's like ASMR. She'll take
Oh,
that
she
shit and just
enjoys it?
fucking- She's like so satisfying. She's
Right.
like just rose, you know.
Do you
and
think she's doing that because it's like satisfying to her that way, or she's like literally got a straight blade to your throat in her mind and she's just shaving the back at the same time? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like a little.
Yeah, a little of both.
Have her
Like,
wax it.
oh
And
no,
video it.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
yeah, dude. So there's a
Oh man.
yeah, there's a hair place in town that'll fucking wax your fucking nose and yank that shit out, bro.
I don't think that'd be as bad as if you're hairy.
I'm not like super hairy, man, but I got this patch here, this patch there, and it's like, bro, do you know how, like, I know I'm not smart, man, but I feel real dumb trying to operate a electric razor in the mirror on my back, because I'm like, I'm not even going the right direction.
Yeah, not
like,
going in,
I don't even know where I'm at right now. Like, I gotta fucking, I gotta drop a pin on it and fucking GPS to it. It's fucked up. Yeah, so I didn't know they were doing bar rescue. I don't know if Dewdrop got in though.
I know they told me that they
'Cause-
were in the running at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, Dewdrop was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then Bones put his shit up for sale. So I'm from that county, right? Sort of. I'm really from this county.
Just like probably a couple years ago, Dewdrop, they had a Tyler Childers, but it was some local dude, and they got swarmed because people thought it was Tyler
shit.
Childers and went out there and they filled that whole place up, and it was some local person or somebody from the
Tyler
area.
Childers from Dollar
Yeah.
General.
Right. Yeah. It's the Dollar
Yeah.
General version.
It was on Facebook and everything.
Tyler
Everybody was
Childers
saying-
coming.
yeah. Oh,
I
man.
actually think I know that Tyler Childers for some reason. But so I was there one night. We're all sitting there drinking, and this guy leans over and he goes, "Hey, you want to go to the Rascal Flats?" And I go, "Yeah, bro." I thought it was like a racing event, right?
Yeah,
like the fucking, flat track or something.
yeah.
I had no idea it was a country band because it's not my genre.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Sure, bro." Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, here's some tickets." And so I go, right? And then I fucking find my seat. It was in St. Louis. And the lady next to me was literally wearing an all pink denim fucking outfit, hat,
Yeah.
fucking jacket, shirt underneath
Yeah.
was pink, jeans were pink, and the boots were pink. And I'm like, I don't think this is racing. Like, it could be. I don't know. I never, I'm kind of dumb. I was kind of drunk, and I fucking grabbed tickets, and I drove over to St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
And then they started playing, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, well, I'm already here. So I sat there and listened to it. I couldn't understand a single word. Not a single word. But then this very large pink monster, this dude fucking gets down on one knee at the concert 50 rows away. Like, I don't know. We're so fucking far, bro. If there wasn't monitors, I wouldn't have even known
Right.
it was country music, minus the music. And proposes to her. And I'm like, okay, this just solidifies why I don't listen to country music. Right? Like, I can't go to a country concert,
Right.
and this pink monster of a woman that was like literally like on me, like she spilled over to my seat, right? And I'm like, so I'm sitting sideways to try to watch this band called Rascal Flats that I was really hoping was like a motorcycle event, not a country fucking concert, but whatever. It was still an experience because
I wouldn't even consider it country. It's more like pop,
is it?
early 2000s.
I can
pop
tell you,
country.
I can tell you their stage, like the stuff moving around on the stage. Everything was like really fucking cool.
right.
Like that much I enjoyed. But it was right before I figured out I needed glasses and or corrective lenses or whatever. And so I forgot. It was like probably 2 weeks before my birthday. Because like I said, I was up there for my birthday and got in a fight. Because the guy broke my glasses. I just got them.
Yeah.
And then he breaks them. So I was like, bro, I could just see like a minute ago. Now I can't see. So anyway, yeah, so it's like I went there and I was like trying to squint and see what the fuck. But like the stage moving around, the pyrotechnics was fucking sick, dude. Like, I don't go to a lot of live concerts. Like my first one was Adam Sandler.
Right.
Who he just literally sang. I went to Riverport to watch Adam Sandler.
I remember that CD that he put out.
Oh yeah, dude. That was like the school song was there. I think the lunch lady song was on that. Yeah.
At a medium pace.
I don't know. Was that what it was called?
Take the shampoo bottle. No, I said the lunch lady's on there, but there's take the medium pace was he's like
Fuck, Rain
talking
Man,
about
I
taking
don't
a
know.
shampoo bottle out in and out of his ass. Medium pace.
I don't know.
I didn't
had
know
poppers.
that.
He had poppers, so yeah, because I use like really big shampoo bottles, so that just scares me. I buy my shit at Sam's, so I know that's not fitting unless I had the poppers.
I don't really like to go to the concerts unless they're at smaller venues, anyways. You know what I mean?
Well, Adam Sandler was cool because we just sat in the lawn, right? And dude, I was in Vegas one time, and I was at a cigar convention, and my buddy flew out to play a poker tournament, so he was just crashing with me. And so him and I were like, I was taking him to all the after shows because it was like, you know, they I don't know, it's expensive to go, and they treat you really well. So the first night was, the guy that was married to Pamela Lee, Tommy Lee Jones. So he was, is it Tommy Lee Jones or just Tommy Jones? Tommy something Jones.
Yeah,
is it Tommy Lee Jones?
No, it's Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee. Yeah,
okay.
Tommy Lee.
So I didn't know who he was, right?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Tommy Lee, no.
It's Tommy Lee.
It's just Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee, okay.
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones is...
Motley Crue.
Yeah, so he's a Motley Crue guy, right? So he had like the fucking thing. He was a DJ at the Palms.
Really?
Yeah, so there was electrical storm, so we all had to move into this inside venue, and I'm upstairs, and it's like the bars.
It was a DJ at the Palms. It was a DJ.
No, just for us.
Was he mixing with his dick?
I don't know. So I'm upstairs.
He's legendary for that dick.
I'm upstairs, and I'm fucking
I think he's more famous for that than he is for being the drummer of Motley Crue.
So was he a drummer?
Yeah.
He's the drummer of Motley Crue too, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so he's up there fucking spinning. I don't know what he's doing. So I'm fucking hammered, man. I can barely see the bar. It's like down below. Yeah. And so my buddy's there, and then so I remember climbing over the fucking wall to get to him, and then we're fucking just hitting the same bottle of Jaeger. We're fucking like just fucking going crazy in the fucking DJ booth.
And that's how you get hepatitis.
And then herpes happens. And then I had to climb back over the booth because that fucking feeling hit. Like, I'm going to get sick, right? Yeah. So I was like, I shake hands with him. My buddy's fucking losing his mind because I'm the guy that'll just go fucking hang out. Like, I don't give a fuck what you're... I didn't actually know who he was, so I don't give a shit. So I'm just over the wall, and we're fucking going to town. So I climb back over, and he's like, holy fuck, dude, you're fucking drinking with Tom, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And I grab an empty cup, and I throw up in it. And this is like a really nice event, right? Is that Tommy Lee?
Sorry.
And then, so anyway, don't get us copyrighted. So I puke
You
it.
can tell there wasn't no poppers involved in that one.
Right. So I throw up in this cup. I set it on the table. I go fucking down, and I know I made a right. As soon as I hit tile, bro, lost everything, right? Just fucking, I remember the Golden Swans. It was a big trough sink. Next night, my buddy's like, hey, who we seen tonight? And I was like, oh, dude, it's Chris Rock. And he's like, oh, shit, dude. And he's like, so we go to the Playboy or something like that, right? I don't remember what it was. It had a big Playboy on the fucking thing. So I had a cabana out there. Him and I are sitting out there smoking cigars. Yeah. And Wee Man comes out. He goes, Kid Rock, you fucking idiot. It's Kid fucking Rock, not Chris Rock. And I go, what's the fucking difference? Like, I'm so done with pop culture. Yeah. He goes, one's a black comedian, and the other one's about to come out and fucking scream like fucking crazy. And then so he comes out and he performs, and he's like, this is way better though, than Chris Rock. So yeah, that was I don't know, like my 50th fucking time in Vegas. I didn't give a shit who was who, but yeah. So it was pretty fun. I just don't know anybody's name. Tommy Lee Jones. Who's the actor?
Tommy Lee Jones.
That's Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah. I like him.
Yeah,
he was in
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Thanks.
I mean, a lot of
movies.
That was the only one he was in.
U.S. Marshals and some other. No Country for Old Men. Is he in that one too?
Yeah.
Is he
in that one?
Yes.
Where?
He was the sheriff.
He is.
He's the sheriff.
Is he always a lawman?
He's not. I think so.
Hey, law dog.
He's not got a big part.
God, I love that movie though.
Show. He's not got a big part in that movie.
I love that movie.
What?
Old
he's
Country.
He's in it from start to finish, but he's not as
like,
much as somebody else is.
Not as Javier Bardem or Bardem or how you say his name?
Verdum.
Is that who plays Sugar?
That's the guy that fucking kills everybody with the air rod, right?
Yeah.
Sugar. What else has he been in? Like Monsters?
He was in a James Bond movie. He was that villain.
Oh yeah.
He's in a lot of movies. You just don't if you recognize him from that movie, you don't recognize him from any other movie.
Shit.
So
yeah.
Who's the guy that's in Snatch that looks like a fucking Temu Brad Pitt?
In Snatch?
He's in a bunch of movies. He's in Snatch, and he's like one of the diamond thieves. He looks like fucking Brad Pitt.
You're talking about Benicio del Toro.
Yes, he is the fucking Temu Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Yes, he's in a lot of fucking movies too. You just don't recognize him in any of those movies.
He sounds like he's Mexican.
One of my favorite movies, Snatch.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Snatch that's a good fucking movie. It's a
Diamond Heist
who's
movie?
that producer?
Quentin
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
It's a Guy Ritchie movie, so it's kind of
You like Dags?
It's like Dags.
You like Dags?
Dags. Like Dags. It's kind of hard to
Oh,
follow.
yeah.
Like it's got this whole, it's got its
Brad Pitt.
own little scene. It's got its own little feel and vibe. It's a little hard to follow, but it's a really good movie. Snatch. Yeah, that was Snatch, and then Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels is another Guy Ritchie.
I think
movie.
I've seen that one.
Good.
Yeah.
And he just had another one come out. What was the other one he had come out?
What's the one that's on Netflix? That The Gentleman or something? Like he did that one too, didn't he?
I don't
Was
know.
The Gentleman
I just
like
watched
the-
another one that was good too.
British.
You know what movies I like that nobody else likes? I'm not gonna remember the name of the fucking guy now.
Lamageddon.
But he said, "Well, I fucking love Lamageddon, dude. That's the best movie ever
Justin,
made."
have you ever seen Lamageddon?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Dude, Lamageddon is the best movie ever fucking made. Ever. it won an award.
Hey, it's free
It won-
on
it
free
won
on
the
Prime.
award.
It's free on Prime now. It used to cost $1 million.
It used to cost $1 million to watch it. Now
Yeah.
you can get it for free.
You
What
can
a
save
fucking bargain.
So you can save $1 million.
What a bargain.
Save $1 million by
What
watching.
is
Who's
it?
the
Say
guy?
about it.
Who's the guy that does the fancy movies that everybody's fucking in? It's like literally star-studded cast. Bill Murray. Everybody said, "Who's that guy?"
Like Zombieland type movies?
No, they're really real. They're fancy movies.
Like The Great Gatsby fancy?
No, they're.
I cannot watch that fucker, dude. It's too fast.
You got to watch it like 5 fucking times.
No, the cameras.
Oh, the way it
moves.
Well, if you didn't have a giant TV, just watch it on the little patio TV. It's easier.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, I tried to play Call of Duty sitting too close to a big TV. I was like, fucking, Jesus, I can't, man. It was crazy. I couldn't. I used to play it all the time, sitting
What
close.
about on that same podcast?
Wes Anderson.
Terrence Howard created that VR shit.
Yeah, dude. He said he had like.
Hey, he was the
So
first
many
person
patents.
to patent VR and create the VR. You know, like the
The headsets.
Yeah, Terrence Howard created
Octopus.
that shit, and he proved it on Joe Rogan's show. He's got the very first patent. So everybody that created that, Sony,
Yeah.
Microsoft.
all them, they have to pay him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Sounds like a fucking straight genius.
No, I mean, dude, like just.
No, his IQ is fucking extremely. They say he really is a genius.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a chemical engineer. He went to school for, but he like Cat Williams. You would never think Cat Williams is really
you
smart
can.
like he is.
Yeah, you
know what I
can.
mean?
Cat
I
Williams.
never did,
I love Cat Williams.
but I mean, he's pretty articulate.
Do you wanna end on a advice column section, or do you wanna just fucking?
Like a Dear Abby?
Yeah, but it's like
Who remembers that?
it's from the paper.
I know. I mean, who remembers the paper? I know, but we're all old here.
Well, when you had to deliver them.
Yeah, I know, me too, bro.
It's fucking terrible.
Fuck you, Milton Road. Aberdeen Hill. Oscar Hill, bro. Oscar
What we
fucking
doing?
Hill.
What we doing?
How we ended?
Well, you tell me, because
Advice
it's
column.
kind of sad.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Will you start off with Dear Abby?
Okay.
Or Dear Unrolled?
Dear Unrolled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justin might not know, but you guys know what a piece of shit my mom is,
Okay.
right?
Go on.
Right. So, Cliff Notes: narcissist. Treats
Did your mom pass away?
No, treated everybody like shit her whole life. Plays everybody against each other like we're in a soap opera.
Right.
Raise,
And then-
raise birds.
Then it's everybody else's fault.
Raise
Right.
birds.
Okay.
There's been years where 2 or 3 years at a time I haven't talked to her because of that. Tried to be nice many times on my dad's
Wishes.
wishes.
Yeah.
It's always failed.
Okay.
So he is very sick right now.
Your dad?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is because we have somebody lost their. He's got lymphoma, and I haven't spoken to them since.
They're
she
still
left us.
married?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year now.
Right.
I've been guilted into speaking to him because of his current situation.
Sure.
But he is a grown man, and if he cared about my family or my kids, he could go against my mother's wishes and speak to me, but he's chosen not to do so.
Right.
So because he could possibly be dying, do I swallow my shit again and speak
Yes.
to him?
Yep.
Yes.
You do.
Yep.
You do. You do because
For you.
how many more things would you have wished that you could have fucking even though your relationship was
Yeah.
fucking solid, right?
Well, I'm saying, hey, my mom has Munchausen by proxy. I've had surgeries on both sides of my neck. I was in the hospital. I was told I had cancer and all kinds of shit. So that's why DCFS came in and my mom would. I was on fucking painkillers on hydrocortisones whenever I was like 11 years old, and then I told you my grandma was a nurse.
Right.
So my mom would use me to get attention for herself. So my mom's the same way. Then I have my two sisters, and now she lives in Wood River. You know what I mean? And same thing. Like she'll go spurts. She's got to be into it with one of us at some point in time. Like everything could be going good, but like. My mom disappeared for like 12 years. She got with my stepdad's cousin, and they bought Stevie Ray Vaughan's yacht and went out and lived in the Keys all this time that, for all these years has left us, you know what I mean? And, yeah, so anyhow, whenever Hurricane Katrina hit, then they got off the yacht and they came back to land and shit. And then he ultimately got brain cancer and died, but that's why it was such a big deal that my stepdad stepped in,
Right.
Because it's like, this guy didn't have, he could have just spent the rest of his life doing whatever the fuck he wanted, but took on 3 kids that wasn't even his, what I mean? Hey, huge.
Fucking hero for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, like, I make sure that I keep a relationship with my mom, but at the same time, I will cut them off for periods of time. I'm not about fucking drama shit, and I don't try to get in the middle of it, and I don't like being brought in the middle of it, but I definitely feel like you shouldn't go without at least speaking your piece to him and let him speak his piece regardless, because hey, human beings are fucked up characters. We all have character flaws. There ain't a person here that doesn't, you know what I mean? We all do some fucked up shit. That's why I said, like, you got to check yourself on a daily basis, because it's very easy to stray off this way and disrespect people, and you might not even know that you disrespected them, because something very small to somebody else could be
massive.
Yeah, massive, you know what I mean?
So are you, I would probably, in my very humble, uneducated opinion, I would do a solo trip to see him without the fam, and then bring the kids, if it feels appropriate, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and so my thing is that they don't even ask about my mother or him, because they don't know them because of their choices that they've made.
Sure.
They're alienating my family. They dealt with my sister's kids and my brother's kids, but for some reason, I'm always the black sheep when I've done better than anybody.
Right.
And so, because I don't tolerate
their
like
bullshit.
you said, bullshit, right? So, but I feel like him as a man and as a dad, I couldn't imagine letting anybody tell me that or being worried that my significant other being mad because I talked to my kids,
especially on your deathbed.
Yeah, and so I'm saying, like, his ability for all of these years and even now to reach out is there. The phone works both ways.
Yeah,
so
you're being petty.
I'm being petty.
So
I mean, you're being. There's a good reason.
I've been tortured my whole life.
I'm not saying you don't have a good reason. I'm
Right.
saying you don't have a good reason, and I didn't mean to say you're being petty. What I mean to say is that when he passes away, you're gonna look at that shit like it was petty.
So he's got a valid point. So right now I'm in a standoff right now with my real dad.
Yeah.
I'm on 2 years.
Yeah.
His wife sent me a happy birthday this month, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Did your number change?" I go, "Yeah, over a year ago."
Right.
Thanks for, but where's my store? Next town over. You know what I'm saying? I feel the same way.
Yeah.
You can find me anywhere. Literally, your wife's on Facebook 24/7. She obviously can use the messenger, who she didn't since 2019 to me. It's 2024.
Yeah.
So obviously they make zero effort. They give no fucks at all about me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm with you on the standoff. And now if I get a message that, hey, he's going to die, I'm going to go say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye, and only because I'm selfish, because I don't want to live with that guilt later. Yeah. That's why. I don't want to live with it later. I don't want it to fuck with me 10 years from now. So out of a selfish reason, and for my own peace of mind in my own future, that I'll go say goodbye, and I'll take Emily, and I'll take Dylan. You know what I'm saying? But it's only for, and that's if I was to get the call tomorrow that, hey, this happened. Now if I got the call tomorrow and he passed away, I'm going to feel real petty that we had this standoff, right? He's there.
It's gonna feel petty as fuck.
It will. It will.
Maybe not. I mean, I think we can all sit here and say this or that, but ultimately it comes down to where you are in your life, and even you're always going to have regrets regardless. You know what I mean?
True.
Look, I got a 22-year-old son, actually 23-year-old son. You know what I mean? I had a kid on the way when I was 16. Then I went to prison for all them years. I was never even there. My real dad killed himself and a buddy of his and hit a guy on a tractor in Nashville, Illinois on his 21st birthday, paraplegic that guy, and killed both of them instantly. You know what I mean? And I still drink and drive, from time to time, and I just seen my dad for the first time, a picture of him just about 3 days ago, and it was all over that ancestral. I linked up with somebody that was related to me. That it was pretty crazy. But either way, I mean, I think that really, it's one of them deals that I think we all carry luggage, you know what I mean, regardless of what we say. Like I said, as human beings, I feel like human beings, we're fucked up individuals. We do fucked up shit, and people cope with the way that they deal with shit certain ways, you know what I mean. Like I said, I do the same thing every day. It works for me, but I still have shit in my brain that eats me alive on a daily basis. I'm indebted to my son. I'm indebted to my stepdad. You know what I mean? I'll never live that shit down.
Right.
For that. And I've tried to build with my son. You see what I'm saying? I go to California. I talk to him through text, but then it became, it was all about money. So I had to step back, because I didn't, I'm giving him all kinds of money and everything, because, like I said, I'm indebted. And I'll always think about that till I go in the grave, and it will eat me alive regardless. I can't let it go. You know what I mean? It's something that I can't let go. But I had to let my son know, hey, I love you. I know I fucked up. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about that shit. I would like to build with you. I'm always here. You can text me. You can call me. You just let me know. But at the same time, I got to respect myself enough that I had to tell him, look, I'm stepping back. I'm not just going to feed you money and that's the only time you talk to me. And that shit hurt. But at the same time, I respect myself enough today that I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I mean? I'll go to my grave, because I'm still going to go to my grave indebted in my fucking brain. So if we have a relationship or we don't have a relationship, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like, hey, if you can be content with that, I mean, because regardless, we don't even know where people go. It might be the greatest place ever. You know what I mean? I know what people do through religion, but I mean, what if people are standing around us right now, just like you motherfuckers are? You don't even have no clue. You know what I mean? You just don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
This building was a makeshift morgue, so chances are you're spot on. Actually, you might be feeling the right energy right there.
You shouldn't let your principles or your morals, overcome. There's a difference between pride, you know what I mean, and resentment as well. You know what I mean? So it's just really one of them things. I mean, we could all sit here and say that you'll regret it, but maybe you're in that place in your life where you're just like, fuck it. Hey, it is what it is.
Right. I'm going off my upbringing, right? My scenario. And then I know myself, right? So that's why I said I would go on the deathbed, and this thing that we're doing now, it's almost comical at this point. It's like, and I think he's, his personality is just the same. He's probably just like, he'll fucking call me if he wants to. And I'm saying the same fucking thing. I'm a grown ass man. If I wanted to call and talk to him, I fucking would. Yeah. But
and that's what I'm saying. He has that ability as well.
Right.
Through all these years.
So don't you? Yeah. So don't you? Right. You have that same ability to fucking
but
make.
He's the dad, not me.
Doesn't matter.
That's the thing.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, you're both adults.
You're both adults.
Yeah.
You're both grown ass men.
But a lot of people that are adults, I mean, we could call them adults just because of age. You know what I mean? Like I said, you don't know what's going through his head. There might have been something that happened between you and him that he's standing strong on the same way as you. And nobody breaks the water, then the water stays the way that it is. Like I said, maybe he's trying to cope with something that he's like, man, this is fucked up. Now it's years later, and he's like, man, now he doesn't even know what to do because he's just trying to just cope with the situation, even though it's probably eating him up. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people tend to do that, you know.
So does your deer Unrolled have a little bit of direction? Because this guy is wise.
Yeah, it seems like it.
You know, I just go off situational. You know what I'm saying? But you really framed it really beautifully.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you know, it's very easy for outsiders to say, like I said, something so small to me might be huge, and I have a tendency of fucking with people a lot of times, just joking around. You know what I mean? And I've fucking pissed people off greatly, like when they wanted to fight me just over joking around.
Do you
because
know Chuck?
something
Have
so small, you know, something so small to them,
right,
you know, was huge.
Yeah,
you know? And I'm like, I just try to laugh it off. You know what I mean?
No, I'm
it's
with
just
it.
like,
dude, I had the exact scenario over the weekend, man. Just something that was so simple just set me off because it was just years of something else, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was like one of those things that to the normal person probably wouldn't set them off, but it set me off, you know.
This is the thing, though. But then you have to look at it like this in situations like that, because I have to, like I said, I have to check myself, because just because I have shit going on doesn't give me the right to try to treat anybody a certain way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, that's that respect level, but majority of people will use that as an excuse.
Right,
you know?
sure.
And that's the society that we live in. That's why I said self-accountability is
It's not
the
here.
biggest,
It's not here.
strongest word.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what
not
I mean?
here.
Yeah.
Nobody is responsible and takes accountability for their actions. And that's why we're in the position we're at in this country.
For sure.
You know, I go to McDonald's every day. I don't understand why I have all these medical issues.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
first stop going through the drive-thru, you know.
Yeah.
Go stick to the outside walls of the grocery store and see how your life changes, you know. So, but no, for real, the accountability is really hard to fucking, you know, for anybody to fucking do. Even the guys that are disciplined, it still takes practice and it takes determination. It takes dedication to be accountable. You know, like, did I get everything done today on my list? No.
I just listen. You want to in years from now, do you want to go, man, I should have?
So I don't, because I always just go. That's my thing.
Man,
I just do.
Man, I should have.
No.
I should have.
No,
now you fucking can.
Yeah.
You might still do that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You might still, man, I should have. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
like you're still gonna have them thoughts regardless. You know what I mean? Somebody's leaving the earth for the rest of their
You tried to make
ever.
the peace, at least this way. At least you tried to make the peace.
I think that's a good. I think that's a good answer to it. I mean, I'm not trying to stray you away from trying to initiate anything. I'm just saying, though, if you're where you're at, then you're where you're at.
You know you.
I know, and I'm just saying, like, my thing is that if I was important, or my family or my kids were important, there would have been an effort.
There's a little ego. There's a
but
little
the thing.
ego in that situation because, like Justin was saying, you don't know that he's got this fucking thing that's preventing him. It might not be her. It could be him. It could be something that he feels like he is indebted to you, and now he doesn't know how to fucking reach out. So you could fucking bridge a gap that he thought never possible. And even if you don't, what's the harm in trying? In my opinion,
it's it's like people that don't take care of their kids. You know what I mean? And I'm not giving them an excuse, but I'm just saying, like I was just saying a minute ago, a lot of times human beings are stuck in a fucking position, and there's guys that be like, oh, I would never do that to my kids, this and that, and that's a lot of people wouldn't. You know what I mean? But like I said, human beings figure out ways to cope with shit. He might have some shit going on in his brain, and he's waiting for you to break the ice. Either way. And you're waiting for him to break the ice, and maybe not, though. I mean, but hey, the worst case scenario, you can sit down with them and engage in a conversation and walk away from it however you walk away from it.
My opinion is you just let. I mean, it's
bygones to be bygones.
Just let that shit go. It's done. It's over.
So we ended this episode 129. Justin, you've been absolutely a blast to have here.
Appreciate it, man.
I love talking to you, man. I'd like to have you back sometime soon.
Absolutely.
Good info on B&I, good info on just fucking coming up and being dedicated, man, and dedicated to the process. So I like how you trust the process.
Right.
You know, shit every time at the same time every day. And, you know, it sounds weird, but, dude, if I don't shit before noon, man, I'm like, what's wrong with my body? You know, like, what did I have that fucked me up? So, Dude, I actually really super enjoyed this podcast, man. It was really good having you on.
We went 2.5. So.
I know, yeah. We never normally go this long, so that's saying something. Normally, when it's like two of us, we're out of here in like fucking 45 minutes. But come back anytime. Plus your local. We'll try to get you a cigar that's a little smaller, so you're not like getting so fucking high. So Drew, we'll finish your driveway. I don't know, maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Way to get that business going.
Yeah,
it was a free job.
Yeah, it's a free job.
Now
so
it's half done. I'm gonna look at it. I'm like,
he's writing his name in the driveway.
with your dicks on the fucking.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Why did we?
Tomorrow,
Yeah, why did we?
Pay me, I'll come back.
Yeah, why did we not put dicks on the fucking unfinished? God damn it!
Because
we fucking really dropped the ball.
10-year-old running.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she was so
Which,
cute.
by the way, I asked her if her middle name was Moon, and she said no, and I kind of lost respect for you right there. I was just kind of like, what the fuck?
Sailor James. Sailor James.
Who misses that opportunity? Could have had 2 middle names. I mean, come on, man.
That's true. Yeah, like fucking all my friends down south had like 3 last names. So, thanks for watching episode 129. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, or whatever that is.